All right, no.
Check on. I'll send
Okay.
Dave a message.
Yeah. So to recap, last week you guys mounted a desperate rescue of Dusty, who had been buried deep beneath the snow after an avalanche.
Hello.
Yeah, there he is. Still with us, still in the land of the living.
Well, back in the land of the living.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
You died for less than 6 seconds.
I'm sure at
And
one
brought
point.
you back.
So that's like one of those things where it's like you were medically dead, but your spirit probably hadn't even left your lungs. Like in the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the whole
That's how Revivify
yeah.
works because it pulls the soul
Yeah,
from
yeah.
nearby.
Yeah. I kind of think of it as like oh god, when they say like when you sneeze your soul slips out or something stupid like that, I kind of think of it like that. Like when you die, your soul just like slowly starts to goop out of you
Like a cartoon.
and then
Yeah.
waft away. And like in that case, your soul literally just started to poke out of your nostril when Cyro like stuck his finger in there and pushed it back in. Yeah, so you weren't dead for very long, but you were you were medically dead for 6 seconds. But yeah, it was real close. Clutch use of the spiritual weapon spell to poke a spear, a pike, out of the snow, marking your location.
Thanks, Esmoli.
No problem.
Yes, and also good use of the communication. Those rings literally saved a life, 100%.
Yeah.
And then after that, there wasn't much time to regroup. You managed to heal up a little bit, but the culprits of the avalanche were soon upon you. A group of devils, although your characters are not quite familiar with devils. You were basically attacked by some freaky kind of Hellraiser-looking dudes, and a big like ice bug thing. Anyway, you fought them off with the aid of your wayward pathkeeper Ustragan, and who is a samurai fighter, and also with the aid of a very mysterious individual called Xantum, who is a martyr, a member of the Order of the Martyrs, which is kind of like paladins. It's a homebrew kind of class, which I call. It's not even like a paladin subclass. It's more like a variant paladin, or an inverted paladin. And he was in the area to track down the devils that were set upon you. He actually used the party as bait somewhat to draw the devils out. Yeah, it was a spur of the moment plan. Once he realized that, oh shit, they're dropping the mountain down, I need to fucking buck it. And oh shit, those guys completely got hit by that. I'm gonna stay behind a bit and wait for the devils to pop up. Yeah, and that's pretty much, I think, where you left it. Oh no, of course. After the encounter with the devils, Xantum, the martyr, offered a deal in exchange for him helping you track down your blue dragon. You were in return to help him seek out the portal through which the devils had entered the world and closing it. So the party all seemed pretty agreeable to this, with the exception of Ustragan, the guide, who took big issue with this whole thing going down. He doesn't like the look of that Xantum fella one bit, and pretty much dropped a fat ultimatum on the party.
He
And-
likes to look at himself.
Yeah, very true, very very true. And yeah, after he lost the ultimatum, he just buggered off in a foul mood, a very very foul mood. So I kind of want to start a little slowly while we wait for the two people not here. Neither of them said they weren't going to make it, so
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
yeah. Shit, this is why I wish there was a shop in the middle of the mountains where you guys could do a little bit of shopping.
Take a short rest.
Well,
Well, you guys are doing your long rest, yeah.
We did
so-
do the long rest, and we could do enchanting the gems. Because we lost one of the gems, right? The 300 gem.
Yeah, one of the 300 gems is shattered and disappeared. Yeah.
So Cybermonk needs to make a new one for that.
We should discuss that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to say that you guys are in your tent in the pavilion. I believe Bogador is outside resurrecting Ilma, and Ustugan is also outside keeping watch as he does not sleep.
Well, this
Wait.
was still previous night, I think, because it was only like 6 when we went into the tent.
Yes, but
mean-
you guys are fairly tired after all of that.
You mean
so,
Phantom, right?
Xantum, yes. Sorry, I might have said Ustugan.
No, you said
Please.
that, I think.
Okay, cool.
No, shit said Ostrugan.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh well, it's yes. NPCs are confusing. Okay, just whatever. I'm more than happy to accept that I might have made a mistake there. That sounds very believable. Yeah, so you guys are sorting out another one of your Revivify diamonds.
Yeah. How long did that take? An hour?
I don't. Yeah, that doesn't take long. That's a simple task. It's a short rest task.
Okay, so worst case scenario. Someone dies and we can't get to them in 60 seconds. We go back along the path, teleport to the capital, buy 500 golds for the top diamond,
Yeah.
teleport back, walk along the path on your own. And then
Or I
we
could
message.
also prep Revivify.
Yeah, I think we have. Didn't we have like 900 worth of diamonds? We have 2
We
times
did.
300
We
still
have
left.
600.
You now have
We did 600 left. So even if Cybermonk makes another gem, that still is 600. So even
Yeah, I
if we
can
need
just
it,
pop it out and use it for that. If you
Okay,
really
yeah, like-
need to.
we can still use it afterwards.
Yeah. Even if a diamond has been like imbued with Revivify, it still has its value, and it is still a valid diamond for other casting.
So we still have 600, even if he makes one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can decide later.
Yeah,
Worst
we
comes
will
to
buy.
worst.
We're gonna buy like more next time we're in a store.
We probably should, at some point, set it up to where both Dusty and I have one on us at least.
I need 5.
Yeah, you both need 300 and
Well, I need
500 on
500,
you, I guess. You need 500 as well.
Just because
Yeah.
going to whoever has the diamonds and like doing all of that shit will
Takes
like, run out
too
of
much time. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't have any diamonds, right?
I don't have any.
No.
Don't think Kieran has Revivify prepped at the minute.
I don't have it prepped, but I mean,
Prepped
if
is
we're
nice.
taking a long rest, you
Yeah.
know.
That's a good point. So Xantum just kind of like lays out a little bit of what's ahead for you guys to like kind of prepare your spells. Going up against devils, it's you might want to have spells to tackle poisons.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. Also, things like detecting and warding against evil is always useful.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
But we're not going against demons right now. We're going against the dragon
Devils. No,
first. Yeah.
but you never know what's in a day's work. And also, I have no idea how many more of these devils. I followed very vague tracks to this point. Yeah. I was not quite prepared for the presence that we found. In fact, some of those spine devils are still out there. Now, I'm not particularly troubled by those. Those are more like grunts and foot soldiers, not leaders. At the most, they would be not particularly worse than any other,
Right.
foul beast of the land. It's when they have
the group.
no, more like a like a direwolf or something, just like a force of nature that's gonna find travelers and kill them for no reason. But without a leader, they're not going to get up to any, significant harm.
In the meantime, could you identify this spear and I ask him to pull it out, like out of the bag, if he wants?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll try and have a look at it. Who's pulling it out of the bag?
I'm opening the bag for him, and he can get it out.
I could maybe pull it out with my metal
Actually
hand.
can't.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't. Okay. Yeah. You reach in with your metal arm, and you do pull it out, and it seems fine for a second. You pull it out, and then you immediately just let go of it, drop it to the ground, and grasp at your shoulder as the chill spread right through the metal and got you in the shoulder blade. However, it was reduced, so I'm gonna half that damage.
All right.
Okay, so that's 7 points of damage. Yeah, so Xantum kind of stoops down and looks at it and says, I've... Ice, that is unusual. He's just kind of poking at it. Well, it's clearly powerful. It doesn't seem to have any will or presence of its own. However, the whole... Yeah, it doesn't seem to be particularly useful unless you've got a very well-insulated glove, or ice doesn't seem to... unless the cold doesn't bother you anyway, it's not really going to be much good.
Right, so how big is this spear? Could a normal human wear it? Or use
It's
it?
pretty big. I would put it as a pike. Yeah, I would definitely put it as a pike, as long.
Could I
maybe,
maybe do some
10 foot long?
modifications to my arm to be able to insulate it?
Hey, the cold doesn't bother me, I don't think.
You're resistant to cold damage, not immune.
Well, it doesn't bother me as much.
It doesn't bother you as much, no.
It will eventually.
It will eventually, yes. Yeah, you will literally just turn to a
So it's not
Kirin
useful.
sickle.
It's not useful at all for anyone.
It's not particularly useful. I think there's probably far more effective weapons you can find out in the wild. Don't get me wrong, it's powerful, but it's by no means the most powerful weapon I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm not touching it again.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it's not sentient.
Can I touch it?
Again?
Want to?
If you want to, Dusty, you may.
No one's gonna stop you. They're just.
Can I use Mage Hand to put it back in the bag?
Yes, you can use Mage Hand to deposit it. Yeah. Actually, how much can Mage Hand lift?
I'll check for you.
I think it's 10 or 20
Yeah.
pounds.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah.
Let me check for you.
You
It's
can't
not very much, but it can definitely lift a weapon, I think.
Yeah, for sure. If it's 10 or 20, it'll work.
Character sheet spells. Mage Hand. There you go.
10 pounds.
10 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so where are we? I'm trying to think of things we can stall with.
Well, I was gonna say if we're done with that, I kind of wanted to talk to him about my sword again.
Yeah. So, what did you do with your sword, Kieran? Last I heard, you dropped
it in the snow, but I mean, I probably would have picked it up and held it away from me. I'm not I'm very careful with it right now.
Sure. You don't have to be so careful with it.
Why is that?
Well, again, this is neither a sentient weapon. it's more of a border case than anything. The previous owner, I'm pretty sure we went through this. The previous owner was a being of immense willpower and presence, and that lingers on the blade. I mean, just kind of feeling it seeks to smite and punish foul and wicked creatures.
Right. And you said before that you could potentially remove it of this property.
I can remove the enchantment entirely and just make it a standard weapon.
Right.
That's
but
something.
if you don't do that, then it's going to continue to be this way, correct?
It doesn't seem like the danger is particularly intense, although it might worsen the more you use it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, intense in my hands is...
It's true. If it turns you on your allies, that is a pretty dangerous property. Yeah. If you want me to remove it, I can start working on that. But that is something for you to consider.
How long would it take you to do that?
Not long. I could have it ready for you by the morning.
I think that would be best.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
I don't want to endanger the rest of the group.
Thank you.
That's fine.
It's not worth it to me.
It's still a fucking massive sword. Like, you can... I mean, you might want to keep it a little bit sharper. That's one thing I found handling a lot of magical weapons, is you don't really think about the sharpness so much when they're all magical. But yeah, maybe if you have a whetstone on you, just, give this thing some TLC in the morning. Yeah. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, and then I'll hand it over and...
Okay, so, yeah, pretty sure he's got that.
So you're removing the enchantment?
Yep.
Oh.
Fucking
It was a +1, right?
It was an extra damage type.
I think it had a plus to it as well. Was it 1 or 2?
I don't have a plus added to it.
Oh, okay. It probably should have been a +1, but that's
It's
fine.
just 2d8 slashing, 1d8 radiant. That was all.
Yeah, 2d8 is still more than a greatsword, which is reflected in its just size, really.
Yeah.
So it's still a pretty good weapon, but you'll probably want to swap that out once you get a non-stanky magical weapon. Okay. So he starts working on that.
Cool.
Anyone else got business?
Well, if I can have a diamond, I want to make a revivify gem out of it.
Yeah, so who has the diamonds right now? Is it
It's
Dusty? I think you have both of them. Yeah.
I'll give you 300.
Well, you have 2 300 gold
Yeah.
diamonds. Yeah.
We might find some diamonds at the hoard of the dragon.
Oh,
For
yeah,
lucky.
maybe,
we
but
could have a
we
We
might,
have to defrost it.
Yeah, we also might need it during the battle.
Good.
So tell me more about this dragon. What do you know?
Show the contract. Show him the contract. That's the
Oh
only thing
yes,
we know
okay,
about
I
it.
see. I'm
Yeah.
up to speed now. Yeah, no, there's not a whole lot of information here.
Yeah.
That's if I may ask, what was the plan?
What do you mean?
Plan?
Talking about.
Well,
Okay.
We
they
walked
were
up to the dragon and tell him to go away.
supposed to have the Pathkeeper lead us to the area where the dragon was, and then we kind of take it from there, I suppose.
Okay.
We're gonna hit it and stuff.
Do you remember if the Pathkeeper mentioned being close?
Nope.
No. Wait, can we ask him? Does
Too late.
anybody have
Keeper
a spells
left
for that?
off.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
gone.
but
Even if
it's
I ask him a
annoying.
question, it's not gonna reply.
Yeah, it's true.
Asmodean casts phone a friend.
Phone a friend. No,
Exactly.
I have sending.
Too bad they're not friend.
Yeah.
Phone a phone.
We were thinking we could actually go talk to the demons, but
Yeah. See if they've
That
seen
that
any dragons.
very rarely provides much
information.
value. Yeah. They can. I find them more useful for enthralling than questioning.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, the enthrall spell I think is different. I think that's like a it's kind of like a light taunt or something, or like distraction. I think that spell.
It's to charm.
Yeah, I was meaning enthrall more like enslave.
Oh. I mean, you could do that too. I
So
Raising Dead. Animate Dead, rather. That one.
Animate
Oh,
the
shit.
demon and enthrall it.
do you have animate dead?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I'm
yeah.
getting rid of Speak with Dead. I'm getting Animate Dead.
Nice.
Isn't that the 500 thing?
No, animate dead is the necromancy spell.
But
Yeah.
does he automatically then
Raises zombies.
Yeah, it basically makes undead minions.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a naughty spell. Don't get caught casting that one.
Oh, oops.
Too late.
Fine.
It's fine. Everybody here will.
No popo up in these hills.
And if there were, what the fuck would they do?
It's a good point.
We're like, I mean, at this point, it's pretty difficult to stop us.
Um,
Man,
Strong.
that's how we make villains.
Yeah. We get to the end, and then we just are like, all right, evil party, let's go. Alignment shift.
Yeah.
I'm down with
Diamond
that.
shit.
I'm down with that. I'll
I'll
set
become
up
a
some villages
necromancer, boy.
to terrorize. Yeah.
Destroy the hierarchy.
So I'm just gonna say that just general chit chat and that, but eventually you guys all go to sleep. And Kieran, you wake up in the morning and you just have the 2d8 Zweihander.
Who?
I was just
I said coup.
pronouncing it.
Oh, okay. If we said who, like it's a sword, not a who. Okay. This is
There we go.
where. This is where I kind of wish we had the ranger knocking around for some tracking action, but
Well, you can handle his tracking, right?
I guess
he
so.
said he was a good tracker as well. That's what he told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zant, I am a good tracker. I specialize in fiends, and devils and demons and whatnot. But I can certainly apply my trade to a dragon without too much difficulty, I imagine. The first thing we need to do is try and find a trail. Anything we can find, whether that's footprints, carcasses, damn near anything. That it might take a while. I'll be honest. Does everyone have climbing equipment?
Oh, I don't need it.
We
Oh,
got
yeah.
we got
Everyone
it
got
by
one.
the path keepers. From the path keepers.
Okay, that's good.
Which probably gives that back.
No,
Fuck
not gonna
that.
happen. I'm teleporting straight back from that place.
Yeah, so everyone's got like rope and ice picks and just all of the shit you could possibly need.
I
for
don't.
climbing.
Fantastic.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah,
fly.
you don't, Asmodean, because you can
Yeah.
fly.
I'll climb with my claws and my strength.
Yeah, no joke, Kieran. You like actually have that
Yeah.
as an
is-
ice dragonborn. 100%. That is something I will happily.
Yeah.
Give
Fuck
you.
your climbing equipment, natural abilities.
Isn't there
Isn't
there
Yeah.
also a
Nice
feat that
picks.
you can get wings or something like that?
Yeah, dragonborn can get that feat, but they're super shit. It's like a
Okay.
20-foot fly speed or something really crap. Yeah.
Why have wings when Esmeralda can just give me fly?
Yeah.
And,
It does
and,
cost
and you
me
can
a
haste
lot of
yourself.
points.
And I can haste myself into a rocket that goes, what was it, 360 feet or something? Like,
Yeah.
jeez,
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
it was amazing.
By the way,
Yes.
I have a question about the pavilion.
Yeah.
It says that it's stationary.
Yeah.
Can you do it in the sky if you fall for 10 minutes?
I'm gonna say it
No, it has
falls.
to- it
Yeah,
falls.
I'm gonna say it is affected by gravity.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be on.
In fact, I'm gonna say it can straight up just be like,
I wonder if
lifted.
I could put it on the
and
disc
moved.
now.
Oh, that's a weird combo. I don't know
Yeah.
if you could. I don't know if you could just because of like concentration and that.
Yeah.
But that's a fun combo. I like this. I like your thinking. So yeah, kind of. Xantum and Bogador somewhat kind of take the lead here going forward, and the plan to start is just to keep traveling in the general direction you were before. Yeah, there's you're kind of settling in now to what might be, a week or two at this task. So I'm gonna kind of put things on a bit of a fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'd really banked on like this being a bunch of Bogador checks, but.
Well, you could make.
I don't feel.
I'll
I
do
could.
it.
I mean, I could roll his rolls for him, but that's kind of.
Well, could you just like
Yeah,
maybe
well-
like give advantage if they work together?
Were they...
Well,
That's the thing. But it's kind of just like two NPCs doing their own thing. I'd rather just not do the rolls and just proceed with the story.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that they're not here.
Yeah, that's
Does anyone
that's
else have a
unusual. It's
number?
unusual for David.
I already sent message to Dave, but
I mean,
does
Dave will
he have
be
a
on
number?
when he gets back from work. That's just
Yeah.
But yeah, it is unusual for David. Did he? He definitely didn't say anything, did he?
You don't have a number for him,
No.
right?
I don't have his number now.
I'll tweet.
Yeah, maybe that'll help.
Yeah, maybe that might not be a bad idea.
We should get each other's number just in case. Like I was actually
Hell no, I'm
around,
not
but
paying-
I just. Well, you
I'm
can
not
just
paying this,
WhatsApp,
okay.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Just WhatsApp. No, last time I was around when you guys were playing, and I just totally forgotten. Dave poked me, but he didn't say D&D. He just said, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm here in TeamSpeak." You know, I'm here in TeamSpeak. I was totally forgot that we were doing D&D.
Where are you?
Alright, but let's continue for now.
Yes. So, over the course of a couple of days, mostly it's not super treacherous work. Especially having the ranger in the party really helps negating travel over difficult terrain. That applies to a degree. You know, some of your journey at this point is kind of vertical, but for the most part, you're going for. You're aiming for peaks and forests. So up on the peaks, you're looking for disturbed snow footprints, scratches, and just general vistas to try and get some, views and see what you can see and identify places of potential interest. Forests, you're just sweeping the forest, looking for potential carcasses, disturbed trees, more footprints, scratches on bark, and stuff like that. And it's slow work. It's like day-long work, day after day. There are the occasional slips, climbing, but because everyone is connected by rope, and you also have a wizard ready to put fly on anyone who goes tumbling too far. and a cleric who can patch them up when they do. It's all within your, the threat of death is not too severe. You have your rations, your food's fine, water's not an issue. There's
Yeah, I
plenty
think-
of streams and snow that you can melt down and drink. It's not really an issue at all. Go on,
No.
Osmani, what were you saying?
No, just wanted to I think we had.
You have 100 rations in the.
I think we had 2 weeks worth of. I think it was 2 weeks worth of normal food, cookable food, and then we go over.
No,
to
I think you
rations.
bought a week. I usually
A
make
week?
it just a
Oh,
week because you're
okay.
buying fresh ingredients that don't
Yeah,
last.
yeah.
I remember 8 days. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I thought we said 2. We asked if it was possible to buy 2 weeks, and then you said yes.
Anyways, we have plenty of food.
Yeah,
it's fine.
the point was that you had plenty of food. Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me how much to remove from the ration at the end.
Well, I'm gonna say that you go about this for 5 days before.
Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, you do find a carcass. Yeah. So you're in a very small. It's in kind of like not quite a crater, but it's in a low point in the peaks where there's some trees and a small lake. And by there is a shit. What kind of animal lives up in this?
Deers or
An
mountain
elk.
goats?
Yeah, no, like
Mountain
it's an
goat?
elk. It's an
Yeah.
elk. Yeah. So there's an elk by the water that has been just nommed down on, and it's relatively fresh. It's rotting slowly at this temperature. It's not fully freezing down by this lake, but it's definitely like low single digits. So it is slowed the decay process, but it has started to rot, which Xantum and Bogador kind of put their heads together and estimate about 2 weeks off. So. And also, just what you're looking at here, this is something big that's done this, like, really. So this is definitely, a ping on the trail for the dragon, which is very heartening after 5 days of just blindly searching. From there, the next day in the area, you do find footprints in undisturbed snow, and across the next 2 days. You find more and more of the dragon's trail. Because dragons are flying creatures and they do fly, from point to point. There's not a lot to go off. There's big gaps, but you can pick up the direction involved here.
Mm-hmm.
And the following day, which was 9 days after leaving the devil's encounter, is when Bogador and Xantum both feel like they have zeroed in on the whereabouts of the lair. So
I think we're getting close, guys. Thought I'd let you know.
you say after they relay this information. Yeah, so we've been led now to it's like a cluster of 3 steep, jagged peaks, and there's kind of a ravine that goes in between the 3 of them at a kind of a bend, and you can see kind of at the foot, like right down at the foot of this of these peaks is just a flurry of activity, like footprints, and just markings and stuff, just loads of activity, leading you to believe that like this is the place. Like it's all leading up towards the free peak, like mountain, and yeah, this is the place, 100%.
We're here.
Thanks, Dusty.
You're welcome. I'm the guide after all.
So it kind of leads up to these 3 peaks. you
Yes,
said?
Yeah, so it's definitely an ascent. The trail goes up this ravine, this like V-shaped valley that goes up into the actual like base of the peaks. You're not quite sure how far up you'll need to go, but that's where the trail goes. It's pretty easy to follow at this point because it's clearly been trodden so often, with the snow as well as the soil beneath it being frozen. Track stay for quite a while. So you've got loads to go off, and it's a more or less straight line direction up this ravine, up this valley.
Cool. Then I suppose we start headed up there with caution.
Yes, is everyone prepared?
Very.
This may be a
Well,
this may
Dave
be a
was
difficult
coming
battle.
in like 5 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he should be here when we start the fight.
Dave or David?
Dave. Flame.
Dave, cool.
Monkey.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably call an early break as well, just to give David just a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep going for now.
David Armstrong.
I beg your pardon?
Excuse me. So yeah, if everyone is prepared and has steeled themselves, you guys start to climb. The sound of keeping low and going slow. Do you guys kind of follow the lead here? Are you gonna try and make this quiet climb? It's not a huge distance you need to go. You can kind of see the natural end of this ravine up towards the peaks. It just kind of like levels out into flat, like shelf of snow. So there is like there is a finite amount of path here. So you assume the layer is somewhere, up ahead. Probably within like an hour or two.
I also assume that it's common knowledge that dragons are very perceptive.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of myths and legends around dragons. It's not common knowledge, it's more like common lore. Dragons are often used to stories to like scare children, and very typical in tall tales and epic poems and things like that. As far as like actual general knowledge, the only thing really is the dragon hunt, which took place about 15 years ago, which was more of an actual event, like a real historical event.
Right.
So I wouldn't necessarily say that that dragons are perceptive. More that dragons are super scary, and you don't want to. Like the big thing is you don't want to bother them in their lairs,
Yeah.
And they have loads of money, and they're tricky and evil and cruel. So
Should we
the
set up
general-
a trap instead of going into their lair?
No, the point is that if you put up a trap, they'll just most likely escape. The best way to kill them is in their lair.
We have TNT?
We have a fuck ton of TNT. We have a fuck ton of TNT, dude.
That is true.
Xantham kind of spins around and says,
Dragon
What?
powder.
Dragon powder.
We have a fuck ton of dragon powder.
"Yeah, why?"
Wait,
That's
you
a
know what
long story.
Long
Reasons?
story.
So we got it from official sources, kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
we
more
quelled a
work.
rebellion, and that was part of their stockpiles. That's the short version of it.
It's actually true.
So what do you think? We asked our hunter to get a deer, and we put the deer on
What,
top
with
of
stuff
like a
inside?
few kegs. No, a few kegs under
From
it.
what
and when
I
it joined-
understand,
Yeah.
from what I understand of dragons, they're not wild beasts that can be lured into a trap with meat, fresh meat.
In that case, we just do dragons like sleep daily?
I don't know. Xantham doesn't know. Yeah, make checks.
I might know. I read some books about dragons. Most likely.
That's
Let me-
nature checks if people want to have a
Nature
cheeky roll.
check? Not,
Yeah.
not an intelligence check. Book
Well,
knowledge.
nature is an intelligence check.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what I know about. I know something about.
Well, you guys are.
You guys do know that dragons are flesh and bone living creatures. They're not like fiends or fae or elemental or celestials. They're hatched, they grow old and they die, you know? Which makes you think that they probably sleep. Same way they probably also eat shit and have sex to a degree. So yeah, like they're living creatures. They're part of the cycle of nature.
Well, I could prep mirror image. Then we could put one of my mirrored image on the kegs, and then I don't think I can use voice, but someone could use I guess a cantrip with the voice, like booming voice or something. Shout out, and then he can see my mirror image, and maybe when it gets close, we can blow it up. It's a lot of ifs.
I mean, it might be a lot of ifs, but I mean, doing something outside. I mean, like, there's a lot of ifs even if we don't have something set up beforehand, you know.
The problem, the thing
Ooh,
I'm not
here's
sure
an
about-
idea. We lure him out of his cave, and we blow the entrance to his cave, so he can't go back into his cave.
But then we risk stealing all the treasure.
True. We don't have any missions afterwards. We can dig it out.
Is it true that dragons are wise?
From my understanding, dragons are famously intelligent.
Might
Intelligent
have
or
multiple
wise?
entrances
What's
to their
that?
lairs as well.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the difference is.
See, wisdom is all about experience and applying your knowledge.
I think to a degree, yes and no. I think for every story I've ever heard about dragons speaks of their
Wisdom.
intelligence, but also their arrogance. I don't know. I honestly don't know how easy one would be to trick. I think also it depends on the dragon. I mean, maybe this is a stupid dragon.
Ah, very true.
Also, I think if you're going to try and lure a dragon, I think, like I say, it's not a wild beast. Meat isn't going to do it. But what do dragons love more than anything else in the world?
Treasure.
That might be your best bet.
So we leave it something valuable, or lure it in with something.
Oh, we could use Flynn. He's a good talker. Put some gold.
I mean, I
What
thought we
did-
could
cover him
lure
in gold.
him.
You're gonna send the fucking hobbit into the dragon's lair to try and talk his way out of the situation.
Oh, fucking classic.
He's not even here to defend himself.
This is not something I know about dragons, but simply as a tracker. This is its home, this is its lair. It's going to be very perceptive of changes in the environment outside. And from what I know about dragons, maybe very suspicious as well. You know, they always say that they think people are plotting against them, trying to steal their treasure.
We are, so that's true.
You know, to be honest, I just want to cook it.
I don't think it's safe for me to eat dragon meat.
I want to ask what is wrong with you. But every time I ask this question, I don't feel like I get any closer to the answer. Like, I feel like I just open myself up to more questions.
If Dragonborn ate dragon meat, would that be cannibalism?
I think a little bit, probably.
Yeah, it's probably not entirely cannibalism, but it's more cannibalism than I'm comfortable with, personally.
It's kind of like if we
agree.
ate monkeys.
Yeah.
I see.
Hello, Flynn.
Hello.
Hey! There we
You
go.
should hear what's been happening.
We found the lair.
Yeah, the party has found the location of the lair. They're kind of at the. They found the mountain that the dragon lives in, basically.
That was quick.
We were really good. At
Well,
it
actually, it
only
took 9
8
days.
It took 9 days, yeah.
Yeah, it took 9 days, but we kind of fast traveled that. I'm not going to plan out every single day.
Okay.
We're also still kind of waiting for David, so probably going to be taking a break soon.
Good, because I'm eating a pizza.
We were
Cool,
just
cool.
discussing what the plan is.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about plans and trying to set a trap for the dragon. There's
Okay,
still...
have we seen inside the lair?
No,
No.
so just to give you a quick mental picture, you've basically followed a trail, and have found a point where lots and lots and lots of trails converge into a single path,
Okay.
going up into this. It's a three-peaked mountain, like a tall, steep, three-peaked mountain. A lot of the mountains around here are like that. That's kind of why they're called the Faith Shard Peaks. Lots of very tall, dagger-like mountains. And yeah, the trail of footsteps and all of that heads up into this ravine that kind of goes in between the three peaks. Yeah, so you're fairly certain at some point there's going to be an entrance up ahead.
Okay.
So, small break?
I think we can keep going to a degree.
I think we don't do the dragon fight.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leading up to for the break, I think.
Alright.
Right. I'm just going to think, because... Wait, I've got a spell I can learn. Which I didn't
Yeah,
use.
so do you set your prepared spells at the start of the day?
I
Flynn?
mean, at the moment, I've only got X amount of spells, so...
So there's been plenty of time to swap spells around, so you feel free to set your spell list how you like for this.
How many spells is it again?
Shit, I don't know. That's your fucking bard stuff, dude. I'm not gonna keep
Fuck
track
off,
of that.
man. It's like 12, I think.
I honestly don't know. Did you sort out your leveling up?
I've done all the stats.
Right.
I need to do...
Do that over the break. That would
I
be a
need to
great
just
time
learn
to
a new
do that.
spell.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking mislead. That was what I was going to go for. Yeah, I'm going to have to. It's just so Flynn.
Okay. So, yeah. Are you guys? Are we going for this trap plan, or are we just gonna go in there and see how things roll?
We definitely need to scope it out first.
We can do that. However, I think maybe we should leave that to some of the stealthier members of the group.
Yes,
I can
So not me.
disguise myself.
might be difficult to scout it out without being detected.
I think it might be useful to know if we can spot the entrance. Wizard, you can... Is this a huge leap to assume you can turn yourself invisible?
I was wondering what we
I
could
can
do.
turn myself invisible.
What we could do is
Yes, but I'm thinking the wizard seems to fly everywhere. If you can also fly while invisible, you'd be very, very good at spotting the entrance, I think.
I can do that, but I'll do that. I can
Right,
Just
Okay.
keep a distance. If you
So,
see any sign of danger,
concentration.
head straight back to us and we'll be prepared. We'll meet it.
Aren't fly and invisible both concentration?
No, my pillow is not.
Yeah, the pillow.
Yeah, right.
The pillow is a summoned
I
object.
can become invisible with my new spell.
Yeah, but it's a level 5 spell. It's kind of waste.
It's my only level 5 spell.
Yeah, but we want to use that maybe during the battle.
Yeah, true.
My invisibility spell is a level 2, but
Yeah.
we might sleep before the fight.
We already slept.
Yeah, well, if
Yeah,
I use
you guys
invisibility-
are fresh and ready. I'm gonna call
Okay.
this midday. So yeah.
Well, my pillow will not turn invisible though.
Oh, does it not?
I'm thinking. It
Yeah,
won't.
no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Well, it's an
Anyway.
animal, so I could level 3 my spell, and I cast it on my pillow as well.
It's not an animal. It's
Well, it has a
it's
health
an
pool.
object. Yeah, it does have a health pool, but I don't think that's in the.
The invisibility.
Yeah, unless you can turn objects invisible, then no, it's an object, not a creature.
Well, isn't it like a shit? I don't know.
Well, it's wearing or carrying is invisible, as long as the target's person. So if I
That doesn't. I wouldn't.
if
I
I
would
hold
say.
the pillow,
It-
in the
Yeah,
sense,
like
No.
Well,
any
that-
ruling-
clothes on you
Isn't made.
turn invisible as well. So
It's more like this is like.
Well-
It's kind of not far off a vehicle, basically. What
that's
it?
why-
Yeah.
So my pillow won't turn invisible.
It's like a flying carpet, basically.
Mhm.
A summoned flying carpet. So no, it wouldn't turn invisible.
Well, so invisibility turns you and your clothing invisible,
Yeah,
right?
but like I say, it's not clothing. It's not on him. It's his vehicle for all intents.
No, but
and-
like his cloak is like he could like drape it over his pillow.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I would let
You
you,
know what I'm
roll to
saying?
see how good a job you can do.
Wait.
Although if you're flying up in the mountains, you know,
There's gonna be wind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's better than nothing. It's better than
What he
just
could
a
do
straight up floating
Is
pillow.
tie the cloak around it. There you go.
This is a real fucking dumb stretch here. This is a normal person cloak, not some kind of fucking like red carpet, world-consuming cloak. Yeah, okay.
well, it could be pillow-consuming cloak.
Yeah.
I think it could cover.
Maybe I should have not said anything because
It
then
could
it wouldn't
maybe
have
drape
actually...
across the back a little bit of the pillow and cover up maybe 20% of the surface area.
I mean, it's still
Well, 'cause
better
he's
than
sitting.
just
I mean, I don't
hovering
know.
in there.
No, we're going rules as written here. We're not fucking yeah. You're not MacGyvering extra invisibility just because he's wearing a long piece of clothing. Okay.
Could Asmoleon make like leg holes in his?
Can become shoes or something?
Could you turn
Like
it
a
into...
fucking pillow diaper.
Exactly.
I was
Some
thinking-
people have those sometimes.
I thought like shoes,
I was thinking
maybe?
more of like a pool float or something, but in the air.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm thinking of
like a swing.
the fat guy from Jack 2.
I could,
With
I
his
could,
little legs dangling out the bottom of his hover
I
thing.
can resummon it and change its color to like a light blue or something like the sky color. I guess.
Yeah, you could camouflage it for sure.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll resummon it to a color that is close resembling to like
Color it see-through.
sky see-through color. There you go.
Make an on the spot Arcana check. I'm gonna see if you can do that.
Core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. You unlock that. You unlock that shader. You can absolutely make it see through. It's not full on see through. It's more like
Transparent.
yeah, kind of.
So it's now a.
So yeah,
see-through.
that's better. Okay, so let's just get cracking on this and not mess around anymore. Yeah, you head up the
Let me remove one spell. 2 spell slot. Yep.
you head up, and even you can kind of follow the trail at this point, Asmoleon. You're not.
Yeah.
You've been a lot of the stuff that Bogador and Xantum have been following. You've just been looking at the ground, saying, "What? Where's the footprint?"
Yeah.
You know, this is like some Lord of the Ring like Strider stuff. But yeah, no, here you can 100% see the footprints, and it's
Yeah.
like a track basically you're following.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna follow the track. Make perception checks.
Oh god,
as you go
these are
up.
the words. I suck at these guys. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 14.
Yeah. It's
that bad.
kind of hard to miss once you get there. So halfway up this path, it's still relatively steep, but there is a cave entrance just tucked off the side. Not super visible from where you guys were at the bottom. In fact, almost not visible at all. But yeah, once you're up here, you can't miss it. That's a big ass cave hole.
Sweet.
So yeah, you have
There's a big cave
located.
there.
Yeah, you have located, and also you can see that the path cuts off above this. This is where the path ends. The trail ends.
How much snow is above the thing? I don't want another avalanche happening on top of us.
I mean, just as much as all the other. I mean, if you set off a bomb up there, then yeah, there'll probably be an avalanche. But
Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean,
What's the
potential.
worst that could happen? It could hit Ustrukin.
Well, we would lure him out of his cave, I guess. If we do that. I'll go back down, and relay the
just so you know-
information.
Brick, just so you know, my spells are just known. I don't need to prepare them.
I did think so. Yeah. Cool.
That's what I thought, because I couldn't find anything on it.
Okay, Xantum says that there's not a whole lot of cover between here and there, guys. I think we go slow, but I think trying to go stealthy is, yeah, slow and quiet is our best bet here, and just try and get up there and in that cave
For
as quick as possible.
for you guys in the armor, I can use my disguise kit to help you out if you need.
Wait, can you do that?
I can use disguise kit on people, yeah.
Yeah, but does disguise kit specifically say it can stop armor from jingle jangling? A
It
disguise
doesn't say
kit,
it can't.
a disguise kit
It doesn't say
is-
yeah.
it's like face putty and makeup. It's like for making someone a Mission Impossible
Well,
mask.
why
It's
can't I
not
like
for-
disguise them into look like a rock?
No, that's
And
not
then
what
they
a
just
disguise
walk
kit
really
is
slow.
at all. That's absolutely not what a disguise kit is. It's basically just
A lot of
like,
face paint.
yeah, it's just paint, putty, and basically everything you need to make a new face physically.
You could put a new eye on me.
Kinda.
I mean, so what if you put like putty inside all the chains?
I'm gonna say
Good
that
idea.
that would have a drastic effect on something combat-wise.
Incredibly heavy.
If you fill a whole set of chainmail up with putty, it's gonna do some shit to you. I swear to God.
Uh,
What the fuck? That's gonna restrict movement. It's gonna make your armor weigh like 5 times more. No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But we could
You
do
guys-
it though.
If you guys want to try and figure out something for the jingly janglies, I'll let you try and come up with something.
I want to figure out how to beat this dragon. in
Are there
a
any
cool way.
No. Never mind.
I still like the TNT idea.
I mean,
How do we do it?
We don't have a silent spell, right?
I do have some.
I do.
Wait,
but it
but,
doesn't move with you. It's only like 20
that's-
feet.
yeah,
Doesn't
it
No.
doesn't
If
follow
you
you.
cast it on a
But-
person,
It doesn't follow you.
I have an
Can't
idea. I have enlarge/reduce. What if I reduce the armor people and then they make less noise?
Yeah, that checks out.
Well, they'll be weak as well, so it's not really worth it.
I don't think
But
they're
what-
like very weak. Let me check it.
It says centered on a point. It doesn't say
Yeah.
you can put it on an object. I wish you could. It would be amazing, but you can't.
However, I do have a lot of spell slots.
Alright, so the user has disadvantage on strength
Well, that's
checks.
a ritual. Oh, you don't.
And
You're not a
strength
ritual
saving
caster,
throws.
are you?
Shit, my spell save DC is 17.
No.
There's a way to get ritual casting on,
Okay, yeah, you do deal less damage as well.
but it's still 10 minutes every fucking thing, and it only lasts for 10 minutes. So,
And you
no.
can't move it anyway, so it's
Yeah.
But
doesn't matter.
it's not too big of a deal for the cleric, since he usually doesn't hit things with his mace anyways.
Hey, I have a sword.
Do we really care
With
if
your
he knows we're
sword
coming?
gun.
Not
Well,
for
why
me.
can't... Well, what I think we need to do is actually send somebody into the cave.
You know what I think we should
We
do? We should
already
just walk
suggested
up
that.
like we are there to actually talk to him.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't really matter. Him or her, whatever.
I mean, odds are we are going to alert him to our presence.
Yeah, it doesn't
so-
really matter. We are not a silent group. We are not silent at
No.
all. So we could better just go there with an intent of talking to him in a sense. So, and then we might be able to
I
actually.
quite like that idea. Also,
Mm.
I think is it worth? This is a question you have to ask yourself. Is it worth spending your reserves of magic to quietly approach something that is probably very aware of our approach, no matter how quiet we are?
Yeah,
And we would probably ruin it somehow anyway.
exactly.
I'm not even factoring in the dragon's perception. I'm saying we would fuck it up somehow.
Probably. All right, so,
So
we
we might as well
just
just go.
we're just going out.
Well, why don't the stealthiest ones go first?
Well, I can
Why?
stay invisible still, so I can just stay invisible on my pillow. At least you guys have one less person to worry.
Wait.
Why would we
what
do
if
that?
sit on
That's
the
like
horse?
that. We would just
I am
split up
still
the
invisible right
party
now.
that way.
Oh, I'm following you, but he might not notice me. So we have one person less that he thinks is there.
I think it's probably better that we stay grouped.
Yeah, I'll
if
still stay close.
If this thing
Yeah, that's what I'm
spots
saying as
people
well.
separating, it might use that as an opportunity to strike. That's what
Yeah.
I would do if.
All right, no more planning.
Yeah,
All our
that
plans
way.
are shit. Let's kill this thing.
This is
But-
this is
but
how it always
TNT.
ends up, anyways.
This is
Mostly,
this we are under
If
the
you don't really-
disadvantage of being on its home turf. It does make plans kind of difficult.
Yeah.
It's always easier when your opponent comes to you. That's when you can lay down plans and try and get clever about things. But usually,
Did we have a stick of one of those sticks that unmovable sticks?
Ooh,
Someone on our
Movable
party
rocks?
have one?
I don't think we
You
have
movable
one.
rock?
I don't
I thought
think
we
you
have
have
one. I thought we have.
That's something you should be keeping track of. That's something. Yeah,
I feel like if we did get one, you would have.
I feel like I would remember that if
Yeah.
you guys had got one.
Yeah,
Um,
just checking.
Okay, so
maybe expensive.
feel free to make your stealth checks, though, guys. There's no harm in it.
I'm staying invisible on my
Of
pillow.
course
that
you are.
is
Yeah.
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 But still, he will most likely notice me. But I'll roll. Do I get a stealth roll advantage on that?
Technically, yes, but also you're flying and invisible, so you can't be seen or yeah, I'm just sod it.
I don't have to roll.
Nah, screw it.
Okay.
That's a critical fail.
Who gets a critical fail?
That's it, right?
Wait.
Since he has
Oh yeah,
disadvantage.
because you have disadvantage because you're armor. Yeah, that is. A critical
Yeah.
fail.
I feel like his arm would be silent, but he'd be singing.
Well, we're not trying to be stealthy.
Dusty
Yeah,
would
we,
just ruin it.
yeah. Well, we're not trying to be stealthy anyways. Like, we're
Yeah,
just walking up to it
yeah.
to talk to it. But that's our intent. Flynn, you're going to talk to it, just so you know.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
I
you'll
shall
talk-
distract it.
Okay,
that's your
Bogador's super stealthy. Xantum is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, he's about the only one.
Also, the cat. Bogador's cat has to.
Ah, screw it. The cat's fine. The cat is built
Okay.
for stealth.
Okay.
It's 12 or something. Yeah. So you guys, not quietly, but you guys get up there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. I'm not saying that you guys are gonna be making a racket, but like.
I think we should knock at the door.
So okay, so you're up in the cave entrance now.
We see him
It's
inside the cave.
in the cave entrance. Not anything leaping out at you.
Any
Bogador and
traps?
Xantum. Well, I'll let you guys all make perception checks for traps.
Oh, yeah.
But Bogador and Xantum both do pick up signs that it's like, been by. Some discarded scales are on the floor actually.
Oh, whoops. The
As
first.
it's
Ooh.
as
One
it's
is 20.
constantly scraped the ceiling, the lip of the cave, leaving that it has actually dislodged a few scales.
Can I investigate for traps?
It's perception for trap. No, the 20s are not spotting traps.
I'm not even. Then I won't. Can't even reach above 20. 19.
Well, okay then.
Okay,
Fuck it all.
you guys don't see any traps, but you do proceed with caution.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Going
Flynn is up
forward,
front.
you guys, yeah. I'll give you guys. I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt when it comes to marching order. I'll let you decide that if and when the need arises.
I'm happy to go at the front. I'm happy to be a distraction. I'm not going to do much in the way of.
The decision is that we're going to be trying at the start. It is a way of getting in. Like, you are talking us in a sense.
Okay.
We're here to actually talk to it, like asking
Talk to it about what? How is
the
Dave
demons,
been?
the demon problem
Okay.
in these
Oh
mountains.
yeah, they're so annoying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragon needs our help.
If he might have seen the portal, you know. Hey,
So, yo,
two birds with one
dragon,
stone.
no,
Come on.
I'm not here to kill you or anything. I'm just here to like check some demon shit out.
Yeah, exactly. Have you heard about the demon problem in the vicinity? Have you seen a portal? Maybe. Hey, two birds,
Wait.
one stone. You know.
Should we draw up a quick poster to give? Just so it seems more legitimate.
A missing poster.
Well,
I've got a
Missing
forgery kit. I mean, I'm sure that would do
you
it.
prepped a fake guild quest for these demons. Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Forgery kit.
Yeah, go for it. Roll the forgery.
Yeah. So we.
It
Come
looks
on.
really convincing. Yeah.
There
That's
you go.
a solid forgery.
So what happened with the dragon one? Do I like put that in the back pocket?
We don't show that one. We're here for the demon problem.
Okay. Right. I guess I'm heading my way into the cave.
Yeah, we're all
Stealthily.
following you.
Yeah.
No, we're all
everyone's
following
fine.
you.
So it's a wide cave, lots and lots of icicles as well as stalagmites.
And tied to them.
Also, we're paying for this information.
I can't remember which.
Just so
which.
you
I
know,
think
we're
type-
paying for the information.
Stalactite is
fake
the one
gold.
in the ceiling, I'm pretty sure.
That's
Can
right.
I
think
do another
yeah,
check for fake
stalactites and
gold?
stalagmites. Can you do checks for what? Sorry.
A forgery kit to make fake gold, like stones wrapped in like colored.
No, he
yellow.
would know. Dragons would know right away that it's fake gold. Don't do that.
What if it was a really good forge?
You have plenty of real gold if you need to.
I could make you
bacon.
gold even if you want, but that's magical gold, and that's of course you would know. Come on.
Pink.
I think a
silver
dragon would
coins.
even be able to smell that it wasn't right.
Exactly.
Like,
That's your thing. Gold is their thing.
Right. So, is it how tall is it? Like, how high is the ceiling? Can I ask?
Tall.
Would a
It's
dragon be
getting
able to
taller
fly
as well.
into it?
No, not fly. Well, it depends. It depends on how big the dragon is. You would imagine probably not at the minute. It could walk through probably fine, but flying requires quite a bit more space.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys make your way into the cave, and it does start to open up. Yeah, and you come around a corner and enter into a. This is like a big cavern now. This is room for a dragon to fly in. This is a large cavern, and you notice around the edges of the cavern is thick ice, and along the floor as well.
So it's like hard terrain, basically.
Not so much. It's more the solid ice is more on the walls and ceiling. Yeah, there's. It's also at this point. Well,
I used to ring. I used to ring to Dusty, tell him to announce our presence.
Well, hang on. Let me finish explaining
sorry.
what's in front of you, because that will definitely change how things proceed.
Okay.
So you come around this corner, and yeah, ice. The first thing you notice is ice. The second thing is light. This cavern is lit.
it's lit.
Yeah, lit AF.
Who's the DJ? Oh, it's me.
The unmistakable feature in the room, the thing that you absolutely could not avoid, and it's weird that I mentioned it so late, is the 4-story mansion.
Oh my god.
What? Wait, does this dragon like turn into a person and they're living fancy inside their lair?
Does this
Or did
dragon
they
have a
literally
really cool
just
husband?
pick up a mansion and put it in their fucking cave?
That would be interesting. Freaking
I
terrible.
mean,
Yeah.
it's loot.
So there are braziers hanging from the ceiling, chiseled into the ice. The room is, like I say, it is lit. It's fairly dim light because it's a big cavern. The ice on the floor, it's mostly patchy. It's it's mostly smooth, flat
It's more like
stone.
frozen ground.
It's not. We're not talking like a Mario level here.
Yeah.
It's more just texture in my word portrait. And also you notice again, kind of almost unmistakably as well, draped over the mansion like some kind of ornament is a dragon skeleton.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
That's some good loot though.
The wings are suspended out, and it is positioned front paws over the roof, like the arch of the roof. Front claws, not paws. And its head is like suspended, and its wings are suspended, and the tail just kind of falls down into the flower beds at the front.
Well, I suppose someone beat us to it.
Wait. How
There are
would I
flowers.
recognize how old that?
Make a nature check on this dragon.
Because sometimes they take over other dragons.
Yeah.
Let me do a nature check as well. Let me find my stats.
Okay. See, Asmodean, you're looking at this and you're thinking, "Oh crap, what the hell?" And then you remember, hang on, you don't know a whole lot about dragons, but one thing you do know about the different types of dragons is that blue dragons famously have a horn.
Okay.
This dragon does not have a horn. This skeleton does not have a horn.
I mentioned this using the ring.
Cool. So we're gonna go loot that later too.
It is a picked clean skeleton. There's nothing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, it's still a
got
skull.
Dragon
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah.
dragon bones and a skull. We like things for our
Or
room.
hole.
I'd quite like a claw.
So this one does have a horn.
No.
This one doesn't.
Oh, horns are normal.
Horns are blue dragon.
Blue dragons have horns.
Okay.
Famously, blue dragons have horns.
I'd quite like it if Asmodean was actually like whispering into my ear when he was doing his ring as well.
Well,
So
no,
I
you can hear
yeah.
my thoughts in a sense.
Well, I can't because I don't have a
He
ring.
doesn't have a
Oh, yeah,
ring.
you don't have a ring yet. True. Yeah, true, you don't.
Just
Still need to
always
make
left
one
out.
for you. And like everyone is saying, "Oh,"
The
and you're like,
sucker.
"What the fuck's going on?"
It's kind of like with Dusty. I mean, I saw a nice golden spear. That was mine.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
I can create.
Okay,
another
so
ring.
do we see anything like any lights inside the mansion or anything?
Totally.
Lots of them.
Not lots.
Okay.
I would say.
Dimly lit.
Yeah, there's dimly lit rooms behind the closed curtains on the
So
down
it
floor.
looks inhabited.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That dragon is chilling in his
Okay.
mansion.
Okay, everyone. We have two options here.
Ring the doorbell.
We ring the
I
doorbell,
really want to know.
or we blow it up and make a new doorbell.
Make a really loud doorbell.
Someone really wants to
Ring the
blow up
doorbell.
our TNT stash.
I don't want to just stab a dragon. That's not fun.
We can blow it up afterwards. There you go.
Okay.
Anyways,
Pinky promise.
I
Someday
think we
we
should
will
just.
use
I
that.
think we should. think we should just enter. Someone should just knock on the door or ring the
Flynn?
bell. Yeah, Flynn, of course.
I mean, I'm the talker.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Unfortunately.
Alright, good luck. I say, and I pat him forwards on the back.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
luck.
we'll see you
Push me
later.
forward.
If you don't come back in
No,
10
we're all
minutes-
following. We're staying with him.
I'm imagining Kieran just like kicks me in the ass.
Yeah.
Kicks
Probably.
me forward.
I mean, you did say you were the talker, so
Right,
get
Flynn,
on
you
it.
go.
I
If you
mean,
don't come back-
I will walk up to it very slowly and looking around to see if I see anybody in the
Here's
windows.
an
or
honest
anything like
question.
that.
Here's a real last question for Flynn. Is Flynn scared?
Oh, I'm fucking shitting it.
Okay. How's everyone feeling at this moment? How's
I
everyone?
feel quite safe in my
Fight.
invisibility stat.
I feel a bit confused,
fight,
but
fight.
also...
I mean- Brick, put it like this: I'm not very strong. I can talk, but that's about it. I can throw some fireballs. I can bamf.
You
but-
can spit fire, and you can,
I can spit fire.
fire.
exactly.
I'm just ready to kill a dragon.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited, but also a bit nervous and also a bit confused about the situation.
Bogador, by the way, is ready to fucking go. Like killing
Yeah.
a dragon is part of his like backstory to a
Oh, does
degree.
he?
Hmm.
On my neck.
I don't want to take that explaining that away from him, but Bogdor is ready to go. He's all about the hunt as well, I think. So
are
Flynn,
you guys like, behind me or?
Yeah, everyone's backing up. At least I think so.
Everyone's backing up.
No, backing you up. Backing you up. Sorry.
We're talking about like the whole thing where you like
We decided we
we're
don't
right
want Flynn
behind you,
anymore.
buddy.
Just pushing forwards and then just
Knock
getting
down
out
Ginger with the one slow kid.
Oh, God. Yeah, we break your leg and we run.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I'm gonna take a deep breath, ready myself, and knock on the door.
Okay, how are you knocking? There is a door handle and also
Is there a
doorbell. There is a doorbell. It's literally a bell that kind of sticks out. There's like a little metal bracket on the top right. Actually, you know what? You can't reach it. You can't. It's literally above the door, like top right above the door. You can't.
I mage handed.
My boss is calling me.
Oh, I wonder
Okay,
what
that's fine.
Go for it.
Can I do
That's
mage
fine.
hand?
No, it's fine.
Right.
We don't need to.
Wait.
Flynn
So
knocks
I
on the
can't
door.
reach the doorbell.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah, he
knock.
knocks. Yeah, I don't
I
want to do mage hand because I think that removes invisibility.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But I could use my unseen servant.
No, I'm just going to keep things going here.
I
Yeah, you
knock
can
on the
knock,
door.
yeah.
Flynn knocks on the door, and there's about just enough of a silence to be uncomfortable before the door opens, and
What do I see?
you see a familiar face answering the door.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Ustrigan is standing in the doorway, and we're going to go to a break.
What the?
How the fuck did you guys not see that coming?
I
what
fucking
fuck?
knew it.
He
Let's
got
blow
all
it up.
pissy the other day.
No, we can't use our cool
mean-
plan. No, we can't use our cool plan. God
blown
damn
up.
it.
Why would he lead us
what
to
do you mean we
himself?
can't use our-
He wouldn't. He would lead us into a trap.
What do you mean we can't?
It's gonna
No,
murder.
no, our
Why
cool
does this
plan.
change anything?
Yes, he knows that we're hunting a dragon. Like we can't use our cool plan of.
But he's
Oh,
been
our
a
subterfuge.
pathkeeper for a while now. Like
I'm telling you, I told you right there. I said he's a person, or he's a dragon that turns into a person. He's fucking the dragon. I told you.
Okay, so I because I've been sitting on this for like
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
a month, I want to rattle off the fucking breadcrumbs I dropped for you guys. First off, look at the name I just put in.
Yeah, it's
Discord.
dragon.
Yeah.
Who's
When
Dragon?
I introduced him, I said he had shockingly blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's a few other things. Obviously, he had the lightning ring for his sword. One of my favorites was when you guys asked during the ambush if it was a dragon. He immediately and confidently answers, "No way."
I didn't remember that part.
I don't remember what.
Oh, there was more. There was absolutely more as well. I'm trying to remember it. Oh well, it's fine. That was really
I
fun.
already told you that I found it weird, like how he left, and I already said like I had some sort of, but.
Oh yeah, that was definitely on purpose. He had different plans for that group.
Mhm.
Yeah. That Xantum.
But now
ruined completely by showing up.
my awesome plan of subterfuge of.
Yeah.
Come on, it was an interesting way of doing it. We could
Now
have
we
gotten
can
some
just
info
go
on the
the
demons.
TNT way.
I wish we had some demon info, but he doesn't know about our TNT.
He doesn't.
Oh my god, that's gonna be hilarious. But oh, hi. Oh, it's you.
All right.
Hey, you joined us for our fight anyways, like something like that.
You got
Yeah.
it. Oh, yeah. So this is the ice dragon lair.
Could we roll, still roll and see if our characters actually realize it
Put
now?
that together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that when we get back off the break.
That must have been really low DC though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the ice dragon lair. He literally that was not a lie. That was
Yeah,
absolutely not a lie about the ice
Yeah,
dragon.
but he
and
might
how
have been
got the sword.
taken or something. Like he's a hostage, you know.
Why would they open the door then?
Well, he might be influenced by the dragon. You don't know.
Dragons totally become people.
I know.
That's like a thing that they can definitely do.
I thought they always.
I
changed,
legit,
weird
when I
things.
was like, I was so worried about if I was playing it too on the nose with the guy called Oostragon with the shocking blue eyes.
I mean,
That
I
was-
just thought he was a pretty boy.
Ah.
I mean, I
I
thought you
kinda
were just
thought
trying
it
to make him
last week.
mysterious. I mean, I guess that could also be the case, but
I kind of
It
figured
was
it
like-
out last week, I think.
Yeah, I do have to say it was like the first character you described so vividly. Like I was like,
I also
why
made
is he-
sure to do that with Xantum as well
Yeah.
in the same episode.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Throw
okay, he's changing it off a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, also I do kind of want to do that a bit more going forward with my important NPCs.
He knows we're fucking hunting him though.
Yeah, so that's why my plan of asking him about the demons doesn't work anymore.
Of course he knows that we're hunting him because he said, "Oh yeah, when you get to the dragon, I don't know that I'll be able to help you with that."
that explains it now.
Oh, also he that's a good point. You don't know how he became like the Pathkeeper, what all of that situation was.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he's probably
might
been a
have to ask-
pathkeeper for a while now, and he
That
doesn't
was
seem
his
like
story.
People to his lair and eats them.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's made too much of problems for the townspeople for a while. Then, like if it's been here for some time.
It was brought up that the blue dragon, the quest was posted because sightings of the blue dragon supposedly had been people had been seeing the blue dragon on the path and had started to get nervous. Also, there is the extra part of the quest where, if you, someone wants the head, basically.
Now we have to make a decision.
Well, we first have to see if our characters actually realize.
I mean,
See, I don't. I feel like there's only a few characters I'm going to make roll.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel fairly happy giving that one to Kirin as Merly and Syra.
Yeah.
I have high intelligence.
Yeah, no, and Flynn as well. But I feel like Bogador and Dusty might need to be like, if there's anyone who's going to be like,
Dusty,
hey,
Dusty's
Ushigan, what are
gonna
you
s-
doing here? What's going on here?
Dusty's gonna
What?
see
Is the
Ushigan
dragon in
fucking
there? Did
transform into dragon and be like, wait, is he the dragon or?
Why are we attacking this guy?
Yeah, totally. But I feel like there's just like a certain level of common sense that I feel like is.
Well, I feel like if I could work it out beforehand, then Kieran probably could too.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Well, I think it doesn't depend on intellect level.
Like there's like I don't make you guys roll for every step you take
Yeah.
to make sure you don't fall over.
Yeah, exactly.
There's certain things that I feel like characters with enough intelligence can just put together, just off the context clues. Like
Also,
this
I'm a
dude,
dragonborn.
yeah. Like there is like a lot of clues. Like, yeah, it does all add up real fast, real quick.
all right, break time.
Yeah. Let's call it. I'm gonna call it a 10-minute break from now, because I want to see if my food's knocking around. Dad was
Alright.
supposed to be putting the lasagna in the oven, and he's probably fallen asleep.
Wait, so-
So-
Where's Bogador?
well, that's the thing, we don't know.
Yeah, he didn't show up, and no one's heard anything.
He's
Yeah.
offline.
Ah, man, I'd really hate to go forward without him, but
Let's see if his Twitter. You guys send something on his Twitter, right?
No, I thought you did.
No, I don't have his Twitter.
I think
I think Dusty.
Jared did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is his Twitter?
I don't know.
I think I have it. David
Ah.
Arch.
Perfect timing.
Well,
Yeah, Archer underline Sky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sky E. I can type it.
I'm just gonna tweet send him a message. Yo. Let's see if he actually sees the message. hope nothing bad happened.
He was on Steam like 50 minutes before we started.
Maybe his internet went off, but then he still has phone internet, so he would have
Yeah,
been
he
able
was
to...
online on Steam 2 hours ago.
Alright, BRB.
Speak to you in a bit.
You.
Oh.
Oh my god. David has enough. He really likes his Donald Trump meme.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well.
Man, I'm at work, yeah,
Yeah.
on my phone at fucking 8:30, and this guy is still fucking texting me like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
I would hate that, having a job that follows you home.
It's because I've been texting at work because I had to send some pictures to him, and he just keeps texting me. And I'm like, "Fuck off." I just want to fucking
Play
can
my
just
Dungeons and Dragons.
play Dungeons and Dragons and eat pizza.
Yeah, just say like, okay, I'm off the clock now. I'll speak to you tomorrow about this. Just actually be assertive and just say that. That's what my brother does. Is he's like, he gets goddamn message like even when he's on at work at specific hours, he just says, okay, I'm focusing on this for the next 2 hours. I will not be replying to any tweets or messages or whatever.
I know the conversation's coming to an end now.
Yeah. Otherwise, he just can't finish his job because of just him whining to him constantly.
Brick, are you gold yet?
Nope, back to silver tea.
Silver tea.
What?
I have-
What?
How? I don't know.
Why did he say this? Like, 4 hours ago, he wrote to someone and saying, next time you go into the bedroom, I'm gonna put a bear trap outside the door so you can't come out and infect
Whoa.
David.
I have cake.
You have cake?
What
Yeah,
I have
kind
cake in my I have cake in my fridge, but
It's marble cake.
marble cake.
What kind
Make-
of?
Ah, marble cake is good.
My fiance's birthday was yesterday, so
Ah.
Oh, nice.
we have a big cake.
I have maple and pecan.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh my.
I think I have like a chocolate fudge cake in
Ooh.
fridge.
That's pretty boring.
Has
That's
cake?
pretty- But I have not have it in front of me right now.
Mm.
I had my groceries delivered today. Don't have to worry
Grocery day
about-
is kind of the best.
Yeah.
Cause you have a full
Well, I tried
store
to
of food.
I tried to order like groceries for like almost an entire month. So it's just like I don't have to order anymore. So it's
So you don't
like,
have to leave the house.
I don't have to leave the house anyways. I work from
Order
home. Fuck you guys.
Not all vegetables keep for a month.
Vegetables, well, that's canned goods, dude.
What?
Canned goods and
Well, you get canned
Or
carrots.
frozen.
yeah, frozen
Yeah,
stuff
frozen
as well. Yeah, got a lot of frozen
It's not
stuff.
the same, but
You can
I've-
literally freeze meat
Yeah,
for years.
we had meat for
meat-
about 2
meat
years.
freezes
We
better than
found
vegetables.
we cleaned out our fridge a few weeks ago, or freezer a few weeks ago, and we found meat from like 2 years ago. We're like, no, let's not use this anymore.
It's like no problems with it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
we just in case we didn't just.
I'm not sure about the quality of it, but there shouldn't be any bacteria.
Brick.
Mhm. What's up, Dev?
Oh, there's still bacteria even on the North Pole. It just slows it down.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there won't be.
You
more
can't do this to me, Brick. It's not fair.
What?
Fuck you. You don't get to call me Brick for free. Fuck
I've
you.
called you Brick for at least a year.
Yeah,
What did she do?
So you're getting your fucking well-deserved payback, Dev.
What did she do? Oh, Dev. What?
Dav.
Dev.
Dav
No.
I like
Dev, definitely
Valve.
Dev.
Dev. Okay. Dev.
Dev is what Brick calls me. Do you know what's really awkward? I'm listening to Eels. I need some sleep.
Okay. Well, I
do
have
you
no idea
know-
what that is.
Do you know the Shrek song?
Shrek?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Then?
You will. Okay, I'm linking it. Where's fucking Discord? There it is.
Is it like the first movie, the last song, or something like that?
There's
Lopez
a
or
lot of
something.
songs at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I can't remember. I don't think I've ever heard the song. Maybe no.
You've seen Shrek. You've heard the song.
Skip through it.
It's what is it? I think it's at the start of it.
I can't remember the song.
No, that's the sad
Sure.
song. I think it's after Fiona goes off with the king.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that might be it. Is it the first? It is the first movie, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
I
I've
think so.
seen all the
No,
movies.
second one.
You only need to see the first and second ones. You don't need to see any of us.
Yeah.
The second one is. I think the second one's better.
I might be able to see the second one.
Second one is so good.
The second one's pretty hilarious.
If I have to say best, like, animated, I'm gonna have to go with Ice Age.
No.
Mm,
Which
I
one?
really liked Ice Age.
7 of them.
Yeah,
What
there is
first?
like
The
a
first
million.
one.
So many
Yeah,
Ice
I-
Age movies.
I don't watch the. I haven't watched any of the other ones. I think I've only. I think, well, maybe Toy Story is also really good.
Toy Story 2. Sorry. It's just such a good fucking movie.
I don't know. There's so many good ones. I do have to say, and it will always be my favorite
Aw.
movie. It's not really a good movie anyway, but it's still one of my favorite movies, Waterworld.
I like
Waterworld.
I'll give you that. I like Waterworld.
Yeah, I just fucking loved the boat he had. The fucking boat was so fucking awesome.
I haven't actually watched Waterworld, I think.
Nah, I mean.
You haven't watched it?
Nah.
God, I hate you guys.
I don't know what that is.
What?
How
It's
do you
so-
not
it's an
know
old,
what
it's an
Waterworld
old movie. It's an old
It's
movie.
from like the mid 90s or something.
95.
I know of it, but I never got this chance per se.
I don't think if you watch it now, it's that great anymore. But
Hmm.
held it.
It's almost 3 hours long. Shit.
Mm.
It's the premise is just very easy. Like the world has, in a sense, drowned. I guess there's supposedly no
world.
land.
Yeah, I've seen like some clips and stuff. They're like civilizations that's built upon the water.
Yeah.
It's like inverse of Mad Max.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You know what my
Go watch
favorite
it.
film of all time
Go
is?
watch. What's your favorite film of all time?
Shawshank Redemption.
Ah.
I bought that.
Good film. Good film. Good film.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
that's
good.
one of my favorites as well.
Wait, Dusty, did you say you haven't seen it?
Oh,
I bought it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh,
That-
you have to watch it. It's so fucking good.
that phrase is fucking.
Hmm.
How does it go again? I need the phrase.
Which one?
I don't
It
remember.
looks like it's a bad day to be in prison. That's definitely it, by the way.
Then there was Andy. Andy Dufresne.
He was also
The
in
f-
prison.
The first day I met Andy Dufresne.
Y'all are cracking me the fuck up.
Oh, that's good fucking.
I'm just a prison boy. That's what I do.
The name's Red.
Nice accents. I love them.
I need to get like a script from that and just fucking learn lines from it.
Or not.
I'm gonna fucking
People
do
who
it.
quote movies without
Yeah.
being asked or prompted are the worst people on the planet.
I can't carry you, Mr. Frodo. No. I can't carry the ring, Mr. Frodo. But I can carry you.
Fucking
Best
gay
fucking
icons.
quote.
Holy shit.
Best fucking quote.
Are we all good to go? I guess we're just gonna have to. We're gonna have to give up on our ranger. I think. I'll pilot Bogador.
Rip.
Well, there's being a recording. He can follow.
He can catch up. Yeah.
I
It's
would love to pilot him as well.
Yeah. I was No, I'll take care of him.
I would love to do it.
I'm sure you would, but I will do it.
Damn it.
I feel like that is the most.
Well,
yeah.
if he gets killed, then it's her
Unbiased.
fault and not yours.
Yes.
Well, we're hope bros. He would understand.
That's true. That's
Um,
very true.
Yeah, no, it's just I was building for this. I'm just like, oh man, if last week would have been way better, but
Yeah.
that's fine. He can catch up.
His
Okay,
fault missing out.
so unfreeze frame. Flynn, you're just stood like one hand up, like outstretched, like you're still knocking on the door. Your jaw has dropped, and you don't know what to say to Ushtrigan, who is standing in the doorway.
I'm
Wait,
kind of
did he
like.
roll? Oh no.
No, no,
really
I'm not making-
confused.
Not-
Okay.
Do you think Flynn? Do you think Flynn would be able to put that together in a
Not
handful of
straight away.
seconds?
Not straight away. I don't think I'm not that smart. I mean, I'm smart, but I'm not like.
This is like a full on like a 10-20 second slow revelation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not like
Points,
a massively
yeah.
on the spot.
This is
kind of
me
snap.
looking up and down, looking at the dragon, looking at the lair, back to him, the blue eyes, the fucking badass fucking sword, and me realizing.
So you're just literally just like looking, mouth open,
Silently.
up, down, back over your shoulder at the guys.
Up,
It's like,
down, down, left, right, BM.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
night.
you're thinking he killed the dragon? Are you thinking that he
No,
killed the dragon?
I'm
Because
realizing
you don't know.
that it's the dragon.
No, but you don't know that the other dragon isn't the dragon.
I
Remember?
mean, did nobody tell?
I mean, I'm
I'm gonna say
presuming
that
you
that
would
came up.
that
Well,
would
I
have
told-
told to me.
Think about that.
Yeah, I told it through the ring. So I don't know if the other guys told
But
you.
even still, I feel like Flynn would be like, "Yo, what's up with that dragon?" You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have told him then. Let's say.
Yeah,
especially
you're not gonna
before
leave
going
something
to the
like that
fucking
out.
door.
Yeah, yeah. Ushigun's just standing there.
I'm just like,
He's
He's
got a like cross look on his face.
I'm still realizing. What are you doing here?
I think that's my line, buddy.
Dusty shouts over. We regretted our decision. We came to find you.
And I mean, okay, I'm kind of realizing it now. I think you know why we're here.
Well, that's very straight of you. It's unusual.
He knows why we're fucking here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in shock. I think
I thought,
I'm in
your
shock.
job was to
Yeah, I think this is like one of those rare situations where like the
I'm like
talker
Gosling. I
has
can't-
no
I can't
words.
talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Ushigun just kind of like he sighs, looks a little exasperated, and he pushes the door open and he goes inside.
Are we supposed to
Still
follow?
open?
He's left the door ajar. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look over to everyone else and be like do the
Help.
kind of the mime thing, like what the fuck do I do?
The shoulder shrug.
Dusty
Can I do a
is already in
performance
the
check to
building.
see if they understand? I really want to.
I mean, I'm just gonna start heading inside.
Yeah, we walk inside. I walk inside.
Last.
I float inside of invisible.
Christ.
You're still invisible. Alright.
Is everyone going inside? Like,
I don't think
Yeah.
Anyone? If like the crowd starts to move inside, is anyone not going inside? Is the question.
Oof. Well,
I kind of think Asmodean should stay outside.
Okay, fine. I'll stay outside.
Because you're like
Wizard.
invisible. You could, if someone comes.
Like I said, my bird in. I'll send my bird in.
I mean, this is the dragon, so I mean, I don't see a point
So-
in not going inside.
What if
Yeah.
somebody comes from behind though? And fucks
What?
us?
What? Who's?
Yeah, who?
Who?
Me-
Who's coming
me-
from behind?
You know what?
Demons?
I'll reverse that. My bird is staying outside. I'll go. in.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Are you still invisible?
I'm still invisible. My
The
bird
fucking
is
dragon
is-
can
my,
see.
no. I'm still invisible because my bird
Asmodean
is
has the old
not a
man
spell. It's it
Yes,
activates on
that's
me.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm just
Asmodean
asking if
has
you're
old
choosing
man
to
smell.
stay invisible.
Yeah, I'm choosing to stay invisible on my pillow.
Okay.
Levitating.
So you enter the mansion, and it is not like full on extravagant, but it's definitely it's very well decorated and tastefully decorated. Yeah.
I'm looking
You
around
do
for
see
anything
art
still.
pieces hanging on the wall. Oh, they're shit to steal.
Oh, I'm looking around. I'm making
But
note.
yeah,
of everything.
Flynn, are you really though? Is this like a situation where that sector?
Can
of
I
your-
link
that sector
you
of
my?
the brain, like the reboot part of your brain that comes online
wait,
when
wait,
everything
wait.
else is failing?
I'm just gonna link you my floor.
Look, if he did it, if he was thinking this while we were like looking for Dusty who is dying, don't you think he would
That-
still be?
I
No,
was
no,
just
I'm
thinking
just checking. I'm
that.
just checking. It does make sense that this would be like the one part of his brain that's functional when everything else is shutting down.
It's always functional.
I just imagine Flynn like deadpan, eyes just stuck open, but his hands are just acting on their
Yeah,
own.
his hands are like sneaking something
like
into his pocket. He's not even looking at it. He's just.
My hands are
He
literally
just
like
knows he
tentacles
wants it.
in
Yeah.
every single room, just coming in and out of the pockets. Like, yeah, everything
So-
is mine.
As you're going in, there's like a fairly small kind of main foyer area. Like you can see up to the second floor, and there's a chandelier. There is a door to the left open, and you see it's like a sitting room with a fire lit. And you hear off to the right, you hear Ustragan like clattering around in the kitchen a little bit.
I want to turn to Asmodean, and I want to ask him, can you like have a look around?
As you're
Since
doing
he's
that,
invisible.
Ustragan calls out, if you just go into the sitting room and yeah, just wait. I assume everyone wants tea,
I can do with some
Coffee if
tea.
you have.
Yeah,
coffee. Yeah, who's for coffee?
my parents say I'm not allowed to drink coffee.
Yeah, no coffee for him.
I
Actually.
say coffee.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just make sure mentally again say, don't drink anything.
I don't hear this.
Would you like any help?
No. Just
I'm
go into the sitting room and sit down.
I'm gonna go and
Xantum
find the nicest chair.
Xantum has like his hand's not even on his sword. He's just like, yeah, sure, going with it.
I'm finding the nicest, biggest chair to sit in.
There's nice chairs. This is a nice house. Like I say, it's not gaudy, but it's very tasteful. And in this sitting room, there's sofas, there's chairs, there's a fire that's roaring, there's bookcases. There is a globe which opens into like a drinks thing, which I imagine Bogador is like straight on. Yeah, Ilma is also like happy with the fire, I imagine. And yeah, Ushrin comes in a bit with just carrying a tray of drinks and handing them out. He just looks like kind of deadpan and annoyed at this. Kind of like he's just going through.
You found my lair.
Yeah, he's just
damn you.
he's going through like the,
Procedure.
procedure. Yeah. This is.
It's
This is like
first
it's like a funny
drinks,
thought to have about a
then
dragon.
the
but you
throat
get the impression-
slitting.
Yeah, you get
then
the
the
impression
blood
that this is the way
drinking.
he was raised. Like when if you have guests, you put the kettle on.
And then the murder.
And then
Well, no, Brick, that's wrong. The kettle is always on.
That is
I'm
true.
by the way staying behind Kieran, just so you know.
Okay.
Are you
No time.
afraid?
As he enters
No,
the
no,
room,
I'm just trying to-
he says, "Asmodean, show yourself."
He knows you're fucking there, man.
Yeah.
I've told you, Asmodean has old man smell.
Old man.
Yeah.
Stop
You
flying
don't have
back
to
with us.
tell me. I know.
But does he
what
specifically
smells
know
like.
where I am? Because I'm not making any.
Yeah, he's
sounds on
looking.
the
He's
ground.
looking at you. He is looking. At you.
Hmm.
He's like, I can smell you and I can see your cushion. It's not invisible.
Damn it. Well, I was hiding behind Kieran the whole time. How could he have seen my pillow?
It's just
My
fine.
pillow is
He
way
can
bigger
smell
than
you.
Kieran.
I'm dropping my invisibility.
Okay, thank you. You can stay on your cushion.
Naturally.
Okay, so, yeah. This is annoying. I kind of just hoped you'd get lost in the mountains, to be honest, but...
Yeah, me too.
Why?
Well, so I wouldn't have to deal with you.
I understand you, but why would you say that, Dusty?
Why would why does
I
Dusty
can't
say
tell you
anything?
that.
Why did
I'm sorry, that's a
you
secret.
reacted to that? Like that was the thing.
Don't react to anything, Dusty.
That's the plan. Is to just shut up when he says.
No, I'm still trying to create a spell for it. Sorry. And we're...
The dusty spell.
Yeah, just please let me know when you figure
The
that out.
magical
Will not.
ball gag. That's...
God,
No,
damn.
no,
Definitely
it's
not
specifically
effective.
it tunes out anything Dusty says. So
Yeah. So, are you guys drinking? That's the question.
I'm not doing.
I'll drink coffee.
I'm not drinking
I mean,
immediately.
I am.
I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
do you have some sugar for this tea?
Yeah. And on the tray is a bowl of sugar. Yeah.
Alright,
I'm drinking the tea.
Yeah.
I pour some and I'm drinking
Xantum
the
is
tea.
also drinking it.
I will drink the tea.
God damn it! I told you all not.
I
Is
heard
this-
you.
You didn't tell
I'm
me.
not afraid.
Oh, it's nice tea.
It is nice tea.
Wait.
You can
is-
be as wary as
coffee.
you want to be, but I'm gonna drink the damn tea.
Yo, Ustragon.
Yeah,
is
what's
this,
up?
Is this Blue Mountain coffee?
No, this is just the stuff from town. It's not bad coffee, but like I've had better coffee. There's not a lot of. You can't really get much good stuff up here.
I'm just drinking from my flask. Water.
So,
By the way, just so you
Well,
understand.
Water skins, I guess. I mean.
let's get down to business, I guess.
yeah, I suppose here you are, judge, jury, and executioner.
Hello.
Well, I don't know. Like, what? We were sent by the guild to kill a dragon. Can
Oh,
we just
yeah.
take the dragon?
How noble.
Well, I
No,
mean, like, you have
The
a dragon
monster-
skull up there, right? Like,
The
can we
monsters
just take
have
that?
come to my door.
Right. Before we discuss this further, how long have you lived here?
I have lived here most of my life.
And there's yet to be any cause of trouble because of that.
I've never harmed anyone. Well,
So why is
Other
there a
than-
contract out for your head?
yeah, for my head, right? There's a contract out for my head because there's a fucking some rich, fat aristocrat in the capital who wants my head for a decoration.
Those damn dwarves.
I mean, the contract didn't say that he killed anyone. It just said to investigate.
Did it?
Even we know that.
GM, can we just clarify exactly what the contract said?
Yeah.
The contract is to slay the blue dragon, and there is additional gold for returning with the head.
Yeah, what it said is that there had been a blue dragon spotted and that townspeople had gotten nervous about it.
Mhm.
But it didn't say that he had gone on like a killing spree or anything
Yeah.
like that.
No.
I mean, he has.
Are you guys
on
discussing?
purpose.
Are you guys discussing the quest info?
That's a good point. Yes. yes
I mean, sure.
'Cause he's gonna say, yeah, no, that's absolute bullshit. I've lived in that town. You know, this is my this is my
Do the-
vacation home.
Do the people in the town know?
No, I have a day job.
Hmm. I'm just wondering if you could fool the quest in a sense, like just grab the skull.
Nope.
Because this kind of puts us in a predicament. Because
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
this
I imagine.
quest is
Yeah, the predicament of how bad are you going to feel over murder today?
Yeah,
Worse than normal?
this is a moral contract.
Probably, yes.
Well, we killed some druids on a quest, but yeah,
They were trying to kill us.
exactly.
By
they
the
were
way.
You haven't shown any intent of hurting us yet, and you've helped us, so it's kind of a harder thing.
Oh, I did intend to hurt you.
Alright, so
You did
You-
intend to hurt us.
Yeah, you specifically, the people sent to kill me. Obviously, I'm not going
I
to
mean-
roll over.
You can't really blame him.
Yeah.
well, yeah. Okay, so out of character, what kind of trouble do we get in if we just don't do a contract?
You lose reputation.
Oh,
Basically, it's like a kind of a black mark almost, not like a super severe one, but you know, if you get a reputation for failing to complete quests, then guild masters might choose to kind of like downgrade you. Yeah. So there are definitely adventurers out there who kind of get really poor reputations and end up just quitting because they can't get any good quests.
well, you don't by chance know any like evil dragons around, do you?
Evil dragon. Who's to decide that we're evil?
I mean,
Well, didn't you kill the one that's living on your roof?
Well, he was evil.
yeah.
There you go.
So why did you kill him?
Well, turf war, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, but that doesn't make him evil.
Hey, just like you guys, he picked the fight with me.
So he
Ah.
came to your lair.
I have a fucking 1-bedroom apartment.
Really? This looks a bit bigger than that.
Yeah, I acquired this after he came to me.
Ah,
Wait, so you got he was here before?
Well, yeah, he literally led on top of a pile of gold. I built the mansion. It was like a project, but whatever.
So there's no other dragon like that around here then?
What a conveniently evil
Evil
dragon for
blue
you to
dragon.
kill.
It has to
Yeah,
be
for you to
specifically
kill
approved.
Yes.
and not feel bad about. Is that what it is?
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm. Pretty much.
that's the ideal situation.
I want it to be known that I'm rolling my eye as hard as I fucking possibly can during this entire conversation.
You just want to kill him then?
Like I can't. No, I'm rolling my eye at you guys.
So I have a question for you,
Me.
for all of you.
Go
What,
ahead.
what have dragons ever done to you guys? Any of you, or your families?
I mean, what did that dragon outside there ever do to you?
He tried to kill me, but that's not the point. Let me tell you, all of my family were killed by adventurers.
So you hate us anyways?
I really fucking hate you.
So why help us out in the first place?
He
I
was
wasn't
luring
helping you.
us.
Yeah,
You're
come
leading
on
us
now.
into a trap.
Again, I'm still rolling my eye as hard as I fucking can.
So you're saying you were trying to kill us?
What
'Cause
did we
we're
ever do
going
to you?
kill him. Karen has put this whole fucking puzzle together. There's no part of this that surprises. I'm sipping my tea, fuck it.
The monster Royce slew my father, and the rest of you hounds tore my mother and sisters to pieces. Their skin is armor, and my father's heart is a jewel on the spear of the Dragon Slayer. So, let me ask you a question. Who's more in the right here? When I kill you, or you kill me, who is in the right?
Neither.
Neither.
I would say neither. As
So
well.
why do
If
you
we-
kill? If not for revenge, for money?
I do like
Fame?
myself a bit of coin.
Mostly for the money, I think. I need my retirement fund.
How do you sleep at night?
Normally I close my
Well, we
eyes.
don't
Yeah,
just
they-
take any quest. We don't. Alright, fuck the adventure skills, I'm quitting.
Wait for real.
Probably?
Probably. Okay. No, you have to decide right now, okay?
I don't know.
Let's make this happen.
Maybe we have to.
This
pay
is
more
where we
attention
turn,
to
guys.
what-
We just
Maybe we have
talked
to
about
pay
this.
more attention to the quests we accept then.
Adventurers, Xantum has just been drinking his tea. He pipes in, this is an unfortunate turn of events, but just know I made you a promise. However these
Well-
events play out, I am with you.
We have to remember, guys, dragons are notorious for lying.
Oh, are we? And who told you that?
Lots of books told me that. Lots of books.
Even if that
Bugs?
was the case, we
You mean
don't have
fairy
any
tales?
reports of people being
Yeah.
killed around here.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have.
It's not
there's
like,
no
yeah,
proof.
maybe they are notorious for doing that if that's what you think, but that doesn't say anything about him.
Ushrigan gives Kirin like a oh god, how do I describe that kind
Well,
of look?
he
It's
has already-
like
He
like
has-
this guy gets it kind of look. Like you're finally starting to realize
gonna- if
something.
you're about to
It's
say-
that I've been saying all the time.
But
Listen,
wait,
you're
what?
gonna
He's judged
say-
us as well. Like he didn't give us a chance in a sense. He was going to lead us into a trap and kill us as well. So
Because
he's
he
judged
knew
us as well.
Okay,
Well,
because
we
he
went
knew
to
that
them.
we were going to kill him. That's what we came here to do. We explicitly said so.
Yeah, but
excuse me.
Can you blame him for doing that? If somebody was coming up to you, told you, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you," like, and maybe you know, like you don't necessarily know that, like. I mean, you know, yes, he just disguised himself, but that's what he's got to do to live. You know, I can't blame him for that.
Excuse me.
Yes.
If you're about to say something stupid, I'm going to hit you so fucking hard. Just think about your next word.
Oh, it's a lot of
All
pressure.
right.
Whew, okay. May I borrow your kitchen?
He kind of ignores it.
I'll take that as a yes. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he's not going to stop you if you stand up and go into his kitchen. He's not going to stop you.
Fantastic.
He's just kind of like led. He's got his arms crossed in a very defensive posture. He's leant against the fireplace.
Oh, that's a cool stance.
But yes, I have decided. I'm going to quit the Adventures Guild.
Oh. Actually, no, I don't say that.
Well, you're not in the room,
Okay.
dum-dum.
Yeah, no, but I'm nearby. I can hear.
You're in the
I assume the
kitchen.
ki-
It's across the foyer in the kitchen.
They're not like right beside each other?
No, I said the living room, sitting room was on the left. The kitchen was on the right. Ha.
We have no reason to do this other
Doors are
than gold, and I don't want to work like that.
I mean, you don't have to quit the guild. You can just choose not to do this.
I mean, we have gotten into the same situation multiple times now, with the druids, with this, with quests that seems harmless and morally righteous, but seems to be something entirely different.
I
I mean,
mean, you're
that's what-
going
that's
to
what
run
you
into
are.
those sort of situations.
You know why people
outside of
call
this.
you do realize why people call the adventurous hounds. You're above the police. Do you have you ever thought about how fucked up that is? That you can just turn up in any town and have supreme control over the people,
Yeah,
over the right of who lives and who dies. There's no jury. And all
that
it takes
the
is
wizard
coin.
saying that, or the
No,
dragon?
this is Ustragan.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The only people you serve are the guilds. And who do you think are bankrolling your quests? When adventurers get sent into war-torn countries for assassinations, who do you think's bankrolling those quests? When hundreds of my people try and spread across this land and we get hunted down like dogs, who do you think bankrolls that?
The Adventures
Dusty
Guild.
comes back with some mapo tofu.
Just for you? Is that like a little snack
No.
for Dusty?
Big pot of rice beside it.
Okay, you literally went for 20 seconds. That's like even if you're like Shokugeki no Soma levels of fucking
Yeah, you
speed
can't keep
cooking
going
here.
fast.
That's like
Bryce needs at least 20
10
minutes or
minutes.
so.
It's like at least 15 minutes.
Okay, I come back 15 minutes.
Well, okay. Let's just do the 15 minutes in between then. So Dusty's gone until I
Just
say
tell me
so.
when I'm queued.
It's probably a good thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, true.
So what's it gonna be?
Well, we have already one person down group, so
I'm not killing him.
I mean,
another person down.
as I said.
So I'll start making a teleportation circle.
Xantum chips in and says,
Oh yeah, we
we still
that.
need to discuss our business. I
wait,
understand if
yeah.
circumstances have changed for you, but we should still discuss it before you try and
Well,
teleport
maybe our
away.
dragon friend can help us find the demons then.
Well,
Friend.
before that, we
Friend.
need to make a plan. Like if
Friend,
we-
so okay, so let me ask you a question. You show up to my
Please
house and
don't.
I make you feel bad, and now I should just come along with you guys to do.
I'm asking. I'm just asking. I'm not saying anything. You shouldn't. You don't have to. It's your choice. If you want to kill us, it's also up to you. Then we'll fight.
Yeah, like that.
I'll tell you what I'm going to
Yeah.
do. Once all of you and the idiot in the kitchen have finished your cup of tea, I'm going to demand that you leave my house.
I have a question.
well, I was
Why
going
are you
to
so
ask
insistent?
how we could help you, but
I don't think he
need
wants
help.
anything to do with us.
I don't
by
need
the
The
help.
way.
problem
I'm living my
is-
life.
that when we don't finish the quest, they're going to send someone else.
You're not wrong. But I mean, what can you even do about that? You're not bureaucrats.
I have a question.
You're right. I don't know. Okay.
My plan was to keep killing adventurers until the Dragon Slayer showed up, and at the very least, I'd die with the chance to avenge my father. Yes, the little one had a question.
Yes. Why were you so insistent on not coming with us when we wanted to join Xanten?
Oh, because I have no quarrel with him. And they look at each other. It's like, he was not here to kill me. He is not an adventurer. He was just some civilian that you happened upon.
So, if we had gone with you, what would have happened?
He would have
I-
killed us.
I would have led you up to a specific cliff that I had scouted out ahead of time. I would have invited you to behold the magnificent view, and then I would have blew you off the cliff with my wings, and fucked up the wizard really badly, almost immediately.
Well,
Seeing
I'm
as,
glad it didn't
seeing as
come to that.
annoyingly you had a little practice falling down mountains, and this is how handy the wizard was. So, yeah, the wizard and the cleric would have died first as you were falling. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to strike the first blow. So if I have
So, if we were to
successfully
walk out of
tripped
here,
you out of your career choice, please. It seems you have all finished your ranks. Please get out of my house.
Kieran puts their teacup down and starts to leave.
Xantum stands up and says, Ustragan, if you don't mind, may I have a word with you in private? Now it seems that this is not going to come to violence. You understand I was bound by my word to aid the adventurers. It is nothing personal. Ustragan says now. Yeah, if you have a second, I would like a word. I believe there is. If we have put our differences aside, to a degree, I believe there is a cause far greater that may unite us all. And Usugan just kind of like rolls his eyes and says, "Fine, follow me." And Usugan leads Xantum out through a different door into some other room in the mansion. And you guys are all left with a very frosty atmosphere and strict instructions to get out of this dude's house immediately.
Yep, I'm still leaving.
Is Dusty still in the kitchen?
Dusty is clutching around in the kitchen like, "Ooh, it's going to be so tasty when I make this mapu
Just swing
tofu."
away.
Hey, Dusty, we're leaving.
Wait, what? But I'm not done.
Yeah,
As
he's
everyone-
gonna-
as everyone's leaving, As everyone's
unite
leaving,
us
I
all.
want to have a look around, see what I can steal.
Okay.
Well,
Like I say, there's actually not. So it's not like gaudy valuables, right? The one thing that really does catch your eye, though, there is a rack in the foyer.
Mhm.
There is a rack of katanas.
I can't steal one of his swords. Is there like any?
Why not?
I can barely hold a short sword, let alone a katana.
You get
They're
for
fairly
fun.
long katanas as well, like quite long.
Dusty,
Like,
if you
similar to the
want
ones you
to
usually-
try your luck with the dragon alone, you're more than welcome to. I say, and I exit out.
I'm looking for
Don't worry,
anything
I'm very
small that looks like something like decorative plates or flasks or.
There is not flasks, but there are. I'm like creating my mind palace here in real time here. Okay, what could a fucking halfling fit in his pocket?
I've got a bag.
So there is a kind of like a ornate chest of drawers, and on the chest of drawers is a bust of a dragon, a horned dragon, so a blue dragon, but
Mhm.
the bust is white stone. But there are drawers. You may look
Does it look
inside the
valuable?
drawers. The bust, it's just plain stone. You honestly have no idea. If it's valuable, it's because it's been carved by someone famous. Not really because it's, made of any precious
I
material.
want to look in the drawers.
The drawers are display cases holding insects of various kinds.
Could I make a?
Very exotic looking insect.
Would I know their value?
Jesus, make a.
Please do.
This is where I wish 5e had an appraisal skill. I don't. Investigation maybe.
Yeah, actually.
Investigation. I can do
Yeah,
investigation.
previous editions and Pathfinder have appraisal. It's something that 5e doesn't have. It is pretty useful, to be honest. You honestly don't know, because I don't think that's something you would have experience with.
Okay.
I'll
I'll try and take one.
take one of the beetles. So you see like
How many beetles are there?
Oh, there's loads of different sizes.
I want
and
the
stuff.
biggest. The biggest that I can fit in my pocket.
Okay, yeah. So there's a beetle like the size of a dinner plate.
Is that too big to fit in my pocket? I want something the
for a
size of my
bag?
for my palm.
For your palm, then take a palm-sized beetle. my
I'm taking a
dude.
palm-sized beetle.
There's a gold. There's like a metallic, chromatic gold
That sounds
fluorescent,
awesome.
beetle, which is horned and whatnot. You do lifting it up. It is very light, so you immediately realize this is most likely a real beetle and not something that's been carved or jewelry or anything like that. Okay.
I'm gonna stick it in my pocket.
Okay. And you close the drawer.
I close the door, put back everything as it was.
Yeah. The katanas are still on the wall, by the way.
I'm going for the bust as well.
The bust looks heavy.
No.
And I mean, it's a bust. It's a stone bust up on this table. Like you didn't want a dinner plate sized beetle. This bust is like bigger than your head.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out.
Okay, good. You're not going to steal the bust of this guy's father?
I really want to.
Christ.
I really want to, but it's too big. I'm smart. I know
Okay.
what I can steal.
Okay. There's like a full-on... Dusty and Kieran are having a full-on
I
argument
know.
in the kitchen.
I know. It's
Kieran, do you want to grab Dusty and pull him out the building?
We already contested.
He contested me and he beat me.
Oh, he's made himself heavy like a dog.
Alright,
How
we're
long
leaving
do I left?
Dusty.
I'm not leaving Dusty. Fuck you.
How much time has it been?
It's still like a minute or two.
What? I
the
got
water
longer
hasn't
to
even
go.
started to boil.
By the way, I feel like Bogador really probably would have been on the side of letting this guy be,
Yeah.
considering he is one of two characters in the party that are actually a good alignment, and put that way by me as well. I think he would totally be.
So is he assisting me then? Because I can't get Dusty out of here.
Brick,
yeah,
brick.
I definitely feel like that's something Bogador would do. Yeah.
Brick.
Yes.
I need to go upstairs.
You want to go upstairs?
Yeah.
Well, okay, Dusty's coming with us now.
Wait, we have.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the situation. I'm laying this out. So we have Bogador, Kieran, and Dusty in the kitchen scuffling, 100% scuffling. I imagine as Mullion, where are you? Are you out the door with Syra?
He's
Front door?
muted.
He is muted. Well, Syra, you're out the main door. Aren't you?
I'm outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys aren't looking back into the house. You're maybe like discussing something between you.
Yeah, I'm talking about where I'm going to put my sword as well.
Flynn, if you wanted to try and sneak upstairs, you don't see. Okay, here's what you see. There's 4 doors. Two you know are the sitting room and the kitchen. 2 you don't. You don't see a staircase. It's just a square room.
Did I
with 4
see where the
above
dragon
though?
and
Here's the thing though. Above, straight up, you see a balcony, like a square balcony, which is the landing for the 2nd floor. So, if you wanted to,
I'm
you
going
could
upstairs.
bamf. You could bamf straight up there.
how? What kind of steps is it?
No, there's no stairs. That's what I'm saying. The stairs are elsewhere. You're seeing the balcony of the 1st floor, looking
I
down.
can bamf. I can bamf in and out. Wait, how many bamfs do I had?
I think you have at least.
I've got 3. I've got 3.
Okay.
I'm bamfing upstairs.
Okay. So you bamf just up onto the. So
Onto the
upstairs now. There is 6 doors.
Okay, I'll try to open the
Yeah. So you.
closest one to me.
I'm gonna say that you're gonna open them away from the direction that you think the dragon's in, just to try and keep things quiet as possible.
Oh yeah, I'm being recently.
So you're now in what has to be a guest bedroom.
Is there anything I see worth any value?
Make a investigation check or perception, your choice.
Investigation.
Okay, that's pretty good. There is 2 paintings on the wall. There is a like a nice looking antique clock on the bedside. But it is a guest bedroom, so not lavishly furnished.
Okay. I'll go to the next room.
Okay. So going through the next room, you find yourself in an ensuite.
Is there any decorative soaps?
If you want to, well, that's the thing. You want to head back out onto the balcony.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back onto the balcony.
Okay.
And
You
I'm being
basically judging by the
What
floor
the
plan.
fuck is going on here?
I don't know. I can't keep up with
They're
that.
full fighting.
Oh my god, Kieran is ice breathing. Dusty.
I cast hideous laughter.
Wait, you have
Oh my
to save
God.
first. You have to save.
You have to save for the
Ice breath.
Oh right. Wait, what's that? What do I do?
Constitution.
Yo, should we fucking do it? Easy. Fuck.
That's 10 points of cold damage as Kieran, almost angrier than you've ever seen them, just full on, gives you that mint breath right in the face.
Also, I want to point out it's also going all over his fucking rice.
Yeah, we don't need the rice.
Fuck!
Oh man.
Okay,
Well-
Flynn, you hear this bellowing laughter. I have to imagine Kieran
That
has
you've
got
never
one
heard before.
really fucking loud laugh.
I think it's the first time we heard Kieran laugh, probably.
No, I think they've probably laughed. at other
Chuckled,
things.
chuckled maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Not
I feel
like, this kind of laughter. Though.
yeah, no, this is like
Repressed.
this is full on hysterics.
I'm
Flynn, you think
I'm-
you
I'm
put
seizing-
together where the logical placement of the master bedroom would be based on
I'm-
the layout of these doors.
going to the master bedroom.
Okay, you go across and bingo, master bedroom.
What do I see?
What do you see? Make a investigation check.
Oh, 24 again! Holy shit, this is going well.
Nice. Okay. Here's the question: how much do you want to get away with? Because
I need to make a profit.
because this is where his hoard is, basically.
Oh.
So it's not like a pile of treasure. What it is display stands, basically. And in these stands, there's all sorts of shit: trinkets, weird curios, jewelry, straight up jewelry,
I'm going
and jewels.
Jewelry.
Let me finish. There is a single in a vertical stand, single katana. No, fuck that. It's not a katana. That's a sword. Straight up, that is a long sword. There is, there's just all sorts of shit.
Okay.
With that investigation, I think you're, based on the prominence of where things are placed, you're thinking you see a circlet on a mannequin head, which is in a place of prominence. The sword stands out to you as well, and you think you spot a diamond.
I'm going over to the circlet to have a look at it.
Okay, it's in a glass case.
Can I lift it off? Lift the glass case up?
It is fastened to the podium. It is on. Do you have any tools for this? Is there nothing in your spell book or repertoire?
You get us killed, man.
I'm being stealthy.
You find out eventually.
I mean, they're having a full-on fight downstairs.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. There is you hear like clattering and
This was
the
not
booming
intended
laughing.
to cover up his fucking heist. but-
It is doing though.
Brilliant.
It is doing.
I mean, okay, I don't have anything to open it. I need fucking lockpicks. What kind of lock is it? Can I ask?
It's not locked. It's just fastened.
Fastened how? What? Just
Screws.
Like screw.
Yeah, rudimentary screws. Like not full on like Philip's head, but more like just more simple screws.
I don't have anything that I could undo it with. I mean, would a forgery kit have it inside?
Make a check with the kit.
Oh fuck!
No, this is what happens. You open the kit, you stare at it like not even looking, just like glazed over, and then you immediately shut it and go, nope.
Okay. In that case, so that's fun. I go over to the other stuff. You said there was a diamond and the jewelry.
Well, the jewelry is just kind of like assorted jewelry. The diamond is like on a pedestal, and it looks relatively big. You would guess at least twice as big as your 300 gold diamonds. The sword is also in a case.
Okay. The diamond is going in my pocket.
Okay, yes, that's fine.
Okay. The jewelry?
If you want to stuff your pockets with jewelry, go ahead.
I'm stuffing my pockets with jewelry.
Okay.
And what else did you say there was?
I mean, there's shit tons of stuff in the room, but at this point, your distraction has abated.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. There's a blinding smite. I'm taking as much as I can.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna say that you make a loot check for me. Let's see.
Loot check.
I'm trying to think. Make a fucking. You know what? No, you've had really good investigation checks. I'm giving this to you. I'm just gonna say that you are filling up. There is a capacity though.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
I'm not going for the sword, and I'm not going for the circlet.
You hit the capacity, and that's it. There's literally nothing. You literally have stuff in your arms. Like.
Oh, okay. I've got stuff in my arms.
Yeah, I mean, you can. If you want to put that down and just leave it to the bag and pockets, you can do that.
Oh, no. I'm going to snap my fingers and bounce to the exit. Like, the entrance of the tunnel.
To the entrance of the tunnel?
Yeah, where it kind of opened up.
Okay.
We saw.
Okay, you're there. I'm going to head back to what the fuck is going on here.
Do you want to send me a message of what I stole?
Oh, I'll sort that out later, because you
brilliant,
kind of
yeah.
caught me off guard with it, so I don't have anything particularly quickly. That was all off the dome, by the way.
Yeah. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder you!
Yeah, apparently not.
Fuck's sake!
Oh yeah, this is where you're finding out how tanky the fucking healer is in the party.
God fucking damn it!
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna say at this point, are you outside the house? Where are you?
No,
Where-
we're
No,
cooking.
we're
Kitchen.
like fighting in the kitchen. I
I'm
just
cooking.
Things are getting broken and knocked over. Like that,
Yes.
there's no way that's not happening.
We're pretty civil.
At this,
I don't think so.
It's mostly just spells.
Syra and Asmoleon, are you guys going to do anything about this?
I have no idea what's going on because I'm going towards the exit.
Okay, Syra, are you also heading straight to the exit? Like, are you gone from the house?
Quick one. Before they see me, I'm hiding my stuff.
We'll
Like,
get
as
we'll get
much
to
as
that.
I can in every
Honestly,
pocket.
I feel like Asmoleon just left like immediately. So
He
I
did.
feel like Asmoleon would 100% beat you there. You were a few minutes. Asmoleon did not. Take
I
a
was
few minutes to get
a
to the
good
entrance.
5 minutes.
Yeah, at least 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. At this point in the fight, Xantum and Oostragon both enter the kitchen.
Fuck.
As like Dusty and Kieran are literally like weapons in the air over their heads, like mids. About to, like, what are you doing?
I'm holding a ladle.
Dusty
ladle.
is like not fighting me. He's just like trying not to get hit. Is what
So he has a ladle, and do you have your shield in your hand in one hand and the ladle in the other?
I think I'm shielding with the pan.
it doesn't
Have you
matter 'cause
used
I
the
can't
pan
fucking hit him
That
anyway.
the tofu was in.
No, it had to be a different one, unfortunately.
Oh, you had to continue cooking.
With your pan that's covered in ice now, by the way.
It's not my pan.
Okay. Usugan assesses the situation.
Hold on,
He goes
I'm almost
over.
done. Seriously, last stretch.
Okay.
You'll-
Well,
Trust
they're in the room, so
Great
do
morale
what
out
you're
cold.
gonna do.
It's great on a cold day.
What are you
Oh,
doing something?
No, he's telling them.
Oh,
to
okay.
hold
So,
on.
okay, right. Sorry, I'm with you. I thought he was talking to the dungeon master.
No.
Usugan strides over to you, Dusty.
Oh no.
It grabs you by the back of the neck, and you're going to make. When I check. Come on.
Should have come with me.
Which dragon? There's too many.
I'm
There's so many dragons. Dusty is just like so like overstimulated. There's too many dragons.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah. I hope.
That yeah, no, that beats it. Yeah, that's annoying. Fuck, you're so annoying.
Trust me, I know. I've been trying.
Nice, Dusty.
Okay, are you going to do anything in retaliation to this? Are you going to? Here's the thing: are you going to try and save it? Or are you going to try and let whatever this is happen to you? Because that might be
No, I
something
see.
Dusty. Okay,
I
okay.
see. I want to finish my dish.
He's focused.
Can you? He now turns to Kieran and says, "Can you get this imbecile out of my house?
I've been trying so hard. I'm sorry.
If you want me, I cannot try any more without getting extremely violent."
Right. I will. Can I try to make another strength check to drag him? Because
Yeah.
I did that a while back.
Xantum is also going to help.
Oh, yeah,
Dusty.
I'm like basically, I'm like putting finishing touches at this point.
I feel like it's literally been 5 minutes. There's nothing you could have accomplished, and you've been fighting for about. You've been fighting for at
No,
least
Very
5 minutes.
efficiently.
You've basically just been chased around the kitchen by a really angry dragonborn for 5 minutes. There's
And again,
nothing.
I covered
this-
everything
yeah,
you were
everything-
cooking in ice.
It's all on the floor.
No,
Everything is on the
why?
floor. Like there is nothing in this kitchen resembling a meal, even like started, let alone.
I
mid.
would
No,
I would
I'm-
imagine
I
that
will defend that point. I would have protected the food other than the rice.
Brick.
Yeah, you would have been at disadvantage.
But you failed the DC. You got hit with the ice. Like
Yeah.
you're-
Yeah,
Everything you were
you
cut-
said,
you
you
were-
said
Yes,
you
that's
hit the
valid.
rice.
you're definitely. It's all covered in ice, dude. It's like close range ice breath. It's a lot of ice breath.
Xantum. What's he going to do? Xantum is going to. He's going to just put a hand out and just say, kind of. He's going to be like understanding and say, I think your friend might be experiencing some kind of trauma.
No. That this
Dusty
is
whistle.
just who he is. It's really annoying, but yeah. Trust me, we've been dealing with it from day one.
Right. Okay.
We just have to get him out of here.
Make a Dusty. Make another wisdom save. As
There we go.
my
I
God.
don't, let's just drag him out. I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna be able to make
So,
it.
So Xantum tried to cast Hold Person, but that doesn't work. So Xantum just shrugs and just comes over and picks you up. Between Bogador, Xantum, and Kirin, there's not enough Dusty strength on the planet to stop this from happening.
I wouldn't have anything.
Here's the thing, that Dusty, how rabid are you going to be trying to stop yourself from being moved at this point?
I mean, that's
like,
a bit.
Are you literally just grabbing onto the wall and like holding on for dear life?
There's nothing to hold to.
Brick, can I just put this up? I'm imagining Asmodean has found me with my hoard of stuff.
We'll get to that. I'm just gonna say Dusty.
But
you get
I
dragged
would
out.
imagine that Asmodean is telling everyone, get out.
Well,
now.
Oh, I just left.
Asmodean just
left.
left. In
No,
quietly, yeah.
but like through the earpiece, because
No,
I'm
he's not
imagining
there.
beating it up.
I have no idea what's
Oh,
happening.
right. So yeah, we'll go back. Asmodean, you're just kind of like in the entrance way to the cave now. I think
Yeah.
probably just waiting for the rest of your party.
Yeah.
I'm probably not
And-
far behind.
Yeah, Flynn just appears next to you with an armful of jewelry.
Hello, Clint.
Hey, Az! hey,
You did some
Okay.
shopping
I-
there?
Guys, you're putting
you
pressure
could
on the wrong
say
person there.
shopping. I think we should leave now.
I opened a bag of holding.
I think we should stay.
I'm kind of in distance. Hey, is that what I think it is?
The bag of holding is.
You see, this is what you see, Syra, because it was 5 minutes.
It's
you're
better
there.
in here than on the ground.
You see the fucking halfling, like mid action here. He is arms full of jewelry, leant over Asmodean, who is holding out the bag of holding to accept all of this stolen jewelry.
We're the greatest team.
From the dragon, they just took.
Right, Brick, I'm gonna put as much as I can in my own pockets, and whatever I can't hold in the bag of holding.
Yeah. So as Asmodean, as you're walking here, that he's literally just stuffing the bag of holding full of jewelry.
You
Yeah,
better
fine.
hope that I don't find out that you took some shit.
Did you just rob the blue dragon?
Shh, 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 shh.
I still have a smite in my sword.
You know he's probably gonna understand, right?
Shh, shh. Just let's keep walking and go.
Hey, we got a thief over here.
I just like
If only you had thaumaturgy.
I just did it because I think at least my character did it because he didn't want to get any more trouble. Like if the dragon saw that, he was thinking more than that.
I mean, I really don't want to fight, but I wanted the gold.
Like saying anything about this
Okay.
would.
I mean, if he comes after us with a bloodthirst, I'm gonna feed you to the
I
dragon
will relay
myself.
to the group. I will say to the group what happened.
Oh, so you told me.
So
I will-
Kiri,
well,
No,
I
no,
hear
no,
you.
not yet, not yet. Don't.
No,
say
no, that's
I will
Asmodean's
relay.
doing this. Yeah. So, Kieran, as you are dragging Dusty out in a blind
will
You'll
relay.
regret
rush,
this.
I'm
I'm
already
sorry,
mad,
Dave.
by the way.
it comes over your earpiece. Oh, by the way, Flynn just carried out like an armful of jewelry, and he's put it in the bag of holding.
Do I see him?
You're at the exit to the
We're a
mansion,
good
not the
100
exit to the
100 or so
cave.
feet away. 200 feet, I'd say. That's what I'm imagining.
You curious?
I'm walking out, by the way.
So, Kieran, how do you react when you hear that?
I mean, I'm fucking pissed, is what I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm going to say anything with the dragon right next to me, but somebody's gonna get it when I fucking get to him.
Okay, with Dusty outside, Xantum and Ustagan trying to do some serious fucking plot development, without this just this pain in the
I
ass.
just want to clarify something.
Please.
Is Kieran holding me?
Yes.
You
I feel like
being
Kieran is
Three
probably
other
holding you
people
by the
holding you.
throat.
I'm not
You
letting
are-
you go until we are away from this mansion.
How romantic.
Away from the cave, even.
Yeah, okay, so you're in a headlock.
Okay, I latch on.
Okay, fine. You can hold on to my strong muscle
I get
arm.
as close as I can.
Oh god. To
So-
do what?
I change my eyes to a deep blue. With some
Thaumaturgy.
Oh my
God.
Are you making puppy dog eyes?
What are you doing?
So, trying to get this fucking shit show back on the rails.
Good luck.
Xantum and Ustagan are. Ustagan looks deep in thought. Kind of not particularly bothered by just this absolute circus in his house at this point. And Xantum's just like, come on, like it's time to leave. And you are you literally dragging Dusty with you as you're all walking out of the cavern. Ustagan calls out, "Wait!"
I've already left the cave.
Yeah, you're not there.
I'm
This isn't
gone.
you. This isn't you.
This is
He's
just
like-
the three of us that are there.
He says, "Okay, I'll help you.
Oh, fuck.
But you do have to excuse me if I'm terribly rude to your traveling companions."
That's okay. We're all rude too.
No, he's not
Shut
talking
the
to you,
fuck
Dusty.
up.
Yeah, so Dusty, you
I'm there though, right?
I like.
Yeah, you're there, but
anytime
you
he
get
talks,
some.
I like
I would still say
squeeze
that.
his throat a little more.
yeah, that's fine.
I latch on harder.
And this is the thing. Xantum and Ustagan are basically just talking to each other. Like at this point, they've both spent enough time with Dusty to know that like Dusty's gonna Dusty, and you just don't listen to what he says.
That's smart.
Yeah. Xantum nods and says, "I really appreciate that, and it is for the safety of the people." Ustagan nods and goes, "Fine. You go ahead. I'll follow behind. I need some quiet time for a bit. You're not there.
I would be returning. That's what I'm. was
My
about to
bird-
say.
my bird-
You're at the entrance to the cave, which they
My
are
bird
heading
is
up.
there.
Yes, I suppose that's fine. So yeah, everyone, including Xantum, regroups at the entrance to the cave. This is literally just like this is like almost like a schoolyard scene. Like there's so much anger and guilt and just
Ustagran's not here, yes?
he is kind of still back at the mansion to a degree.
Okay.
He said
Right,
he's
so-
going to follow, but he's not in the mood to spend time with you right now.
So I'm next to Flynn now.
No. I'm
Yeah,
outside
you're
the cave.
you're all grouped up. Yeah, you're
Yes,
all
we're
grouped up
there
outside
now.
the cave.
Yeah. we're there.
I'm saying something. Let's go. Yep, let's go.
No,
Follow
okay,
me. Follow me.
We're gonna be
Immediately-
traveling together.
Hey,
Someone
okay.
just say it already.
Hey,
I'm casting
Hey.
hold person.
On who?
Do it.
you don't know what I'm gonna do though. Like
Yeah,
you,
she
you
did-
actually have
she
no idea.
Yeah,
because
I
you
told-
don't have the ring.
Kieran said nothing.
And I didn't. I used my ring to tell.
Well,
everyone.
well.
Yeah, that's
okay.
the thing. You don't know.
Wait, they
You don't
don't know.
You don't know.
You
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
that
I
Kieran
thought Mythic's told. Okay, nice.
No,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
no
over the
idea that
ring.
I'm pissed off.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
have no idea what I'm about to do to you.
With that, what do you do?
Okay,
But
I'm
Siren
letting.
didn't see anything, right?
Okay.
Okay.
If so, Gunker, what are you doing?
All right, I'm throwing Dusty onto the ground
Dusty holds
first
on.
of
Yeah.
all.
Dusty holds on.
Dusty. What fucking ever. You know what? Fine. I'll
Dusty
just
is
consider it like a
right.
weight
No,
training.
let's see a
Here
check
we
here.
go. I'm stomping over to Flynn and grabbing him by like the scruff of his shirt and like
Okay.
lifting him off the ground.
I'm gonna
Yes, man.
say that is very doable.
How much wool falls out? I want to know.
No. Oh, it's tucked safely in my pocket.
Okay.
I've got
Yeah.
zips. I've got buttons. It's not going anywhere. Don't you worry.
All right,
Just don't
and then
look
I'm
forward.
I'm pulling him as close to my face as I can get.
Yeah.
Like there's growling, there's like rumbling. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker! You reach in that bag, you pull every single fucking thing out that you stole. You pull everything out of your pockets and you put it on the ground right here. I'm cutting you in half.
Yeah, what
I
they
take
say.
everything out of the bag of holding.
Okay. Everything? Question mark.
Everything that I put into it.
Okay. Yes.
And I put half of the jewelry, not the diamond.
All right. Then
Okay,
I
so-
take him by the ankle.
Yeah.
I turn him upside down and I start shaking.
Oh, it's zipped up, darling.
Yeah. It is zipped up tight. You do hear.
I mean, I
rattling,
would do that anyway, but like, yeah.
You do hear some jingling. Yeah.
I mean,
I-
I've got gold on me.
I'm sure
I've
he
got
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
400
I'm sure he
gold
does.
on
This is just
Yeah.
this is just something I would do. Like it may
Yeah,
not
yeah,
fall
nothing-
out, but
Nothing falls loose except for like pocket change and maybe like the forgery kit or something, just like general pocket stuff, but not anything that he has stashed.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. You're gonna have to strip him.
Shut up, Dusty.
Are you still clinging to her arm?
All right. So then
Yes.
I'm gonna start picking up all the shit that he's
Yeah, good luck with that.
grabbed.
Pulled out the bag of holding, yeah?
Yeah. And then I'm going to get behind him and start shoving him towards Ustragan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna go apologize, bitch.
What's Flynn doing in this situation now?
Dimension door.
Yeah, no,
Accidentally.
so at this
I've
point,
got one more.
At this point, I was gonna say, Xantum Dusty just kind of like grabs you by the shoulder and pulls you off and says, "There's such a thing as too weird, my friends. Let's just stop."
I disagree.
And he pulls you off, Karen. And with Karen,
Not possible.
I mean, shit, we can make another round of checks, but it's a case of like, are we gonna do a check every 6 seconds until we get you off the fucking Dragonborn? Are you some kind of fucking leech? Like, what the fuck?
I'm
I'll respectfully and
Okay,
Like, what's the
I'm
word?
I'm doing my best to
yeah.
talk myself out of the situation.
Okay,
I'm
so
trying
what
to
you say?
persuade
Yeah.
Quirin
Okay.
to think about what she's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll think about it real hard.
But I want to do a check.
Shoving you.
I really want to do a check here.
No, you don't get
Okay,
to.
so basically the
You really
premise is we really don't want to piss off the dragon. Come on, it's probably safer to just leave it, like, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirin, I'm setting your DC for considering anything at 25. Do you
Yeah.
think that's fair? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless he comes out with this big. Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's
That
gonna
causes
stop
you
me
to
from
stop.
pushing you.
Yeah, that's gonna cause you to stop and be like, now you're self-doubting and thinking, what's gonna be worse, coming clean, or just leave? Like now you're thinking maybe we should just like leave it in a pile in the corner and just not make a confrontation
I
about it.
don't think.
Maybe an apology and a confrontation
I
is
will-
not
I will-
necessary. Let's not.
I will
provoke
write an apology letter.
dragon.
And
Yeah,
leave-
that's what he's
leave-
saying. That's the thing. He's trying to compromise. He's not trying to shift. He's trying to compromise in a way that makes him not have to say sorry to the face of this angry dragon. He's like, I'll leave it in the corner. We'll write a note, and you know, once we're done, we'll just tell him, you know, hey, you know,
We'll
you
come
know.
back and we'll speak to him, and you know,
I think that would keep me from making him confront him, but I'm not gonna leave it on the ground. Like I would go take it to him.
Okay. I think that's the compromise.
Because I
here.
feel like that. Like I feel like to just leave it just goes completely against
Yeah.
my
Fair enough.
character.
So you're off the hook. Kieran's got all of your shit.
As Kieran's taking all of my shit, I'm almost crying.
Good.
Okay.
You're not off the hook with
All
me.
the
by the way.
hard
We're gonna have
work.
another conversation.
All the
later.
hard work.
Such hard work.
The roles I put in.
Yo, did you see mine? That still didn't work out for me.
Wait,
So you go, Kieran. You go over with your arms full of the stuff, and he's there, just kind of like, he's actually sat on the doorstep to his house with his like kind of in that posture where he's got his elbows up on his knees and his hands over the back of his head, like he's just trying to like think things through and calm down to a degree.
Right.
Like I think that this you get the impression from that posture that like this was a big moment. I think he'd been building up for like a fight and a confrontation and getting things off his chest.
Right.
Yeah. So he looks up and he sees you with all of the shit. There's no wild reaction. He's just watching you approach.
Right. Look, we have we have multiple idiots in this party.
Hey, it's
okay.
just leave on the ground. It's fine.
Alright.
And look, I'm coming with you for now. By the time I get home, I'm gonna have the rest of it, or I'm gonna eat the halfling.
By all means.
How does he know it was me? He does not know it was me.
You don't steal from a dragon's lair while the dragon's in it. Like
Yeah,
you need to be a master thief. You're not a master thief, halfling. You talk your way into situations. You're not a rogue. Did you not think it was suspicious that I wasn't making you fucking roll any stealth checks? Because he was tracking your footsteps the whole way.
I was thinking along the ways that like there was the big fight going on in the kitchen that was distracting him, and
Yeah, no, you thought you were doing a good job, but like that's the thing. It's like you don't have, you're not even thinking in the ballpark of how fucking good at perception dragons are, especially in their lair when it comes to their
They're like a
treasure.
plus like fucking like what?
It's like a plus
50?
24.
Yeah, it's a shit ton of perception.
Yeah, it's just stupid. So yeah.
But yeah.
At the very least, he's
I'll-
not going to come and skin you at this second, but
I'll just kind of leave it there, and
yeah.
Like, he has to answer to you, in the end of it.
I do apologize for him.
You're
Yes,
not there.
overall.
You're not there.
Dusty.
Unless they're still clinging on the
Also
wall.
for Dusty. You're
I'm
not there.
visualizing he's still hanging on to her.
I thought I remembered Flynn replying, so I would have been there if he was. I guess not.
no,
No.
we were at the.
I'm the
balcony.
only one that went because Flynn's a coward.
Oh, I'm a fucking hella coward. I do not want to get into a fight with the dragon.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe you shouldn't steal his shit. A thought.
So
Well, that was boring.
Look, lawful neutral. I can't just go
Uh.
around breaking laws and shit. Like,
I'm neutral.
Well, I'm
you can't just go
lawfully-
steal shit for the fun of it. Like,
his passive perception is 27,
Shit. It's not double mine.
which means I don't
Anyway.
even know if you could roll a stealth check to beat that.
I mean, I've got +6. No, I can't. Unless I rolled nat 20s every single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. So Xantum regroups, and everyone's kind of coming down from their little outbursts of this bullshit. And Xantum's like, "Well, that was incredibly unexpected."
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
And there's just like a moment of silence going around the group at that, and
Fuck my food.
yeah, fuck your food.
Is that an IRL? Fuck my fears, and it's still in the oven, or is that dusty?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder too.
Okay.
If it's in the oven, it's covered in ice. It doesn't matter.
Mild
Okay.
touch.
Yeah. So Xantum says, we need to talk about the devil situation. I was unable to help you guys with my end of the bargain. I personally must admit I'm very glad it did not come to blows with the dragon. That I feel like I have been personally misled. That's the first dragon I've ever met, and I'll tell you what, he's nothing like the stories, is he?
Yeah, he's a lot smaller than I expected.
I'm just can't face palm at this point.
Right.
I don't hear him
I'm
anymore.
watching, Kern.
I think, though, the fact that you couldn't help us has nothing to do with you.
I know, but
Yeah, well,
we made
we'll
an
help you out.
agreement.
Yeah, I
But-
don't think it changes what we
Yeah.
do for you.
Yeah, if we're not going to work for the Adventurers Guild, helping you with the demon sounds like a very noble cause.
I like the sound of that. I do. That's what we should be aiming and striving for, is making the world a better place for
But do
no
we need
other
to talk
reason,
with the demons
no
as
other
well?
rewards. than
Maybe the
just
demons aren't evil either. We just heard that they were really evil.
okay.
Like, hey, the stories are
I see
dragons
where
aren't
you were
evil.
coming from.
Yeah,
Listen,
but
I
Do-
100% see where you're coming
Do you
from.
not remember this
Good
that
point.
fight we were just
I have
in?
spent my life fighting demons, and I can
Well-
tell you without a shadow of a doubt that they are the true evil.
Well, this guy fights demons, and those demons know that he fights them, so they're automatically attacking him. because-
I have seen
Hmm.
firsthand the torture and the death and the horrors that the demons and devils, they are creatures of almost immeasurable cruelty. They live for the sole reason of causing pain and misery to life. They're abominations. I cannot explain to you in any more stronger terms just how much of an affront to all that is good in this world that these creatures are. Now that man in there he's a dragon, yes, but he is a person. You know, he has free will. He eats, he sleeps, he has a job. You know, that's not demons. That's not devils. That's not.
demons can
We're not
turn
even. We're not
humans
even
as well.
talking about. We're not even talking about the two. They're not even the same type of life form. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but
I mean, if you need to have your moral dilemmas, Wizard, I understand. If this encounter is making you question things, I understand. But if you hesitate for a second in front of a devil, it will drag your soul to hell and torture it for 1,000 years.
I show him the eye.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. He shows you his arm.
I'm just like, I'm wondering, like, if he.
I'll show you yours if you show
I'll-
me mine.
How
Yeah.
he reacts, because maybe he thinks it's a demon as well.
That's weird. Is there a reason you're showing me that?
Wondering if I automatically then assume that if demons are demons, they summoned a demon, some sort of demon.
I feel like
Mm,
Kieran would have
I'm
murdered
not-
you already.
I'm
if
not
it was.
sensing any demonic presence from you. If that thing was demonic, I would have smelt it on you the moment we met. It is odd. Did you put that there yourself? What's
And by accident, yes.
Modification.
okay?
Yes.
I feel. I mean, I feel your pain. I am also burdened by the peculiar.
Same.
We
Anyway.
are all burdened by you, Dusty.
I'm just wondering, like,
Anyway, I have convinced the dragon that not only are the devils in these lands a real threat to him and to the people of Paternoster,
How did you convince him of that, actually?
he is fond of his home and his town.
I mean, Pathkeeper is his job.
Yes. Dusty, that's the first
Were you
sensible thing.
hesitating for a second because he said something real?
Yes. Yes, I am. Dusty, that is the first sensible thing you have said all day. That is his job. Is to... Yeah, and although he may not be particularly happy with the bedfellows he'll be keeping for the next couple of days, I think, good Lord Dwarf, please try to keep and try not to annoy him.
I'll at least cook you a good meal.
Try,
Just don't interrupt me this time, okay?
yeah, yeah. He looks at the
Very rude.
dragon. He looks at Kieran and says, "I think that might be some kind of like trigger, like trauma trigger for him. I think we should just let him cook in the future. As long as he's not doing it in someone else's house, if we just let him cook, he might not kick off."
Okay, Dusty turns around and just quietly to himself goes, yes!
Kieran just fucking
Like at this point,
sighs.
Xantum is actually treating you like a
Person.
Crazy person.
no. You can't, well, no. I'm trying to think of a more kind of sensitive way of putting it. He is treating you like somebody who is
A troubled
not
fellow.
Needs a little
Who
bit
needs
extra.
yeah,
Yeah.
attention.
He
I was
goes
about
to
to say the
special
same
bus.
thing.
troubled is a vague, good way of putting it.
Special bus?
He he is treating you with delicacy in a way that, you know, look, in his order, mental health issues are very relevant.
That makes
Um,
sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he has seen people who have lost their minds walking the path that he has walked. He is thinking along those lines when he is dealing with you, Dusty.
Yo, if Dusty gets what he wants, he doesn't mind.
This is
I
why
mean-
Kieran just sighs.
I mean, considering who your deity is, it checks out.
Yeah.
You know, that totally checks out. Okay, so, yeah. Xantum kind of, again, you know, you're just kind of having a moment out here, you know, just kind of talking through kind of what the next steps are. The first thing we need to do is trying to find the trail. I can follow those devils back trail, but I kind of get the impression they might have been following me. I'm not certain. They must have come through a portal. We can try and look for the portal. I am actually hoping we can receive the aid of Ustragan in this task. I think he might be. I mean, he is a pathkeeper. You know, he knows these mountains better than probably anybody
Couldn't you just fly
in
around?
the world. Yes, as that as well. So I think he will be of immense aid in this task. I am probably going to camp with him tonight. If you guys want to camp with your tent, your pavilion, just somewhere down kind of at the basin there, I will see you tomorrow morning. If there's anything else you want to talk about,
Are you sure you don't want to join us? It's very comfy.
I want to keep him company.
Oh, I meant both.
No, we're not. Yeah. I really don't feel
Wow,
like you, Dusty, my friend. I think you really do not understand just how much. This is. We're talking about a dragon who. Your people literally murdered his entire family. I think it is actually he is showing incredible
That is fair.
strength of character to even be considering my request and spending time with you. That is strength of character beyond most men I know. So please, for the love of God, Dusty, try to show some
Yes.
respect to that.
That's absolutely right.
And he puts an arm on your shoulder and just kind of like gives it a squeeze. Says, "As long as you're trying, as long as you're trying." And he stands up and he kind of, you know, takes his pack and shifts the weight on it and says, "I'll see you in the morning, friends."
Yes,
Great.
friend.
In the morning then.
Morning.
So are you guys gonna have a group chat, just kind of like go through the events of the day so far? I feel like there's a lot of stuff happened, a lot of stuff needs unpacking. People said they were gonna quit the guild, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would bring that up a bit. Like, I know Saira is quitting the guild himself if he has to, but he would know if everyone has his back, kind of.
I'm thinking about the money.
Holla dollar.
Right. I'm gonna sit by Flynn first.
Okay, yeah, I feel like
we're gonna deal with that
Oh, we,
first.
we
yeah, I
do
feel
this
like
now.
we'll do this first. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Listen,
Hey,
you don't
hey,
steal
doll.
shit.
I just
around
can't
me.
help it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to help.
My hands wander.
Yeah, I can tell. But
All over that house, apparently.
that doesn't stop me from slapping Dusty when he does stupid shit either.
But it was the perfect, like, time to do it.
By the way, he
Was it?
knows you still have shit on you.
I don't have anything. I gave
Well,
it all.
I don't care what you say to me. I'm telling you that the dragon knows you still have shit. And he told me that he's gonna fucking eat you if you don't put it back by the time we're done with this. So you can do with that information as you will.
Just think, you won't even be cooked into a nice
I'll
meal.
let
It'll
him
just
eat
be
you.
Raw.
I
That's
just
the way
want
to go.
one thing. Just one.
You earn shit.
That's why we
You
should have
don't
killed the
steal it.
fucking dragon.
Kieran gives you a very disgusted look.
I mean, if I was there, I would have knocked him on the
you're
head.
Like the dirt between their toes at this point. Like,
Yeah, I'm kind of a bit to the side, and I turn around and I knock Flynn in the head at that.
Yeah, Dusty considered cam emotions and then decided to not, because it'd be more interesting that way.
if you had done calm emotions, it would have just come out in a monotone. Like, the dragon is going to eat you.
Oh my god. My mouth, my face hurts. I'm smiling so much.
This is like the
Okay.
first time people have done shit enough to really fucking piss Kieran off.
Get scolded.
I'm getting scolded by Mum.
Yep.
Kind of.
Mum and Dad had a big fight in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
So I went into my brother's room and stole all his shit.
See, I
You
think
stole all of his Pokemon cards. And he knows you still have the Charizard.
my fucking Charizard's still missing.
Oh god, that's too close to home.
It's too real.
Oh my god. I fucking love D&D so much.
Right.
Okay, so Flynn, you kind of sit on that information. Does
I'm
Asmodean have
trying to
much
think
right
of a
here?
way I can trick the dragon.
Okay.
That's
think
up
about
to you.
that.
Again,
You do
No,
have
that's
30
in my head. That's in my
yeah,
head. That's
you,
in my
you
head.
do have those 30 fucking persuasion rolls. Like, you can pull out some magic.
and I want you to know, when Kieran says, I will let him eat you, they are not lying. If push comes to shove and that dragon comes to take what is his, he's gonna have it.
I would season you.
I could do something really sneaky.
Again.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on your own with this now.
Master of Disguise. I'm gonna make a disguise of Kieran. And pretend to be
Yeah,
One
good
aura of
fucking
Kieran.
luck.
No, I'm not. Alright, I'm thinking. I need. Fuck! I gotta think of a way to fucking beat this dragon.
You're the worst.
I'm the best.
Yeah,
okay,
Asmodean. I
actually-
feel like Asmodean's been the most quiet about all of these
Yes.
revelations. What's Asmodean thinking about? With the whole guild situation.
As well as just, I think we shouldn't be hasty with leaving the guild. I think we should be smarter with what quests we accept. And because, yes, might be stupid, but guild gives us some authority that is helpful for us, and we might be able to change stuff. I don't know. I think it's a bit radical to right away
I mean,
leave guilds.
as I said, we can't really choose what quests we pick to be, well, good.
No,
when
you
they-
can.
You
You
can
can-
accept a quest. And we
That's the
can-
thing. There is an accepting process to the
Hmm.
quests.
I mean, as I said, the quests we picked before, they seemed to be,
Harmless.
yeah. But they're all, drawn up into the politics and corruption of the city.
We could become
I'm
outlaws.
100%. I'm 100% with Asmodean.
Syra, you're thinking about your parents at this moment. Adventurers turned terrorists.
I would be, yeah.
Yeah, and you're thinking about what could have driven them to that.
And the dots connect.
Okay, so I'm going to say that a very uncomfortable, and I think everyone at this point has got shit on their minds. Dusty's thinking about that meal that never would be.
Better next time.
Just out of
Yeah.
character, I'm really sad that we didn't have a dragon fight. But that's just...
I am too,
Oh,
kind of.
oh,
I did-
Oh no!
I
A
would've put
dragon
down-
fight is coming.
We could've
I'm
blown
so
it.
Don't
sad.
you worry.
Well,
Yeah,
no one's
this
gonna
was so
help
much
you.
better though.
Yeah,
no one's gonna help you.
It'll be a
if you-
dragon slaughter. and
Yeah,
You're going
if you're
to be
fighting, yeah.
slaughtered.
I mean, yeah, there is a dragon token. Like, I didn't know how this was going to play out.
I should have just
Why
set
do
the
you have
trap.
to guilt trip everyone?
If I just actually set the trap, then this would have not happened. God damn it.
Yep.
So yeah, morning comes. Some of you, I'd say you all manages to sleep, but guys, it's
I want
really
to
awkward.
go through the loot I have.
This is probably the most kind of troubled and fractured the group has felt since you guys met. I would say this has been a real experience. And in the morning, Xantum is standing outside your tent. He's just like sat outside, just chilling, kind of meditating in a way. And you guys come out. Dusty's gonna whip up a meal, and that's you guys are gonna be on your fucking objectives.
During the night, I want to find out what I stole.
Okay, so there's only so much you can actually put into those pockets. Those sneaky pockets.
They were stuffed.
I'm not gonna say they're stuffed
Oh fuck.
because that's the thing. Kieran turned you upside down and shook you. The only things you have on you are the stuff you managed to put into proper, actual, proper linings and places for stashing goods and stuff. Okay? You still have the diamond.
I do still have the diamond.
That's I imagine that is probably the focus.
That is right up there
Yeah.
in my super secret spot pocket.
So you have the diamond, which is at least 500 gold, at least.
Okay.
And you have, oh god, at a quick glance, maybe 200 to 300 gold's worth of jewelry.
Okay. I'm gonna just add that to my shit.
Really?
Can I say a handful of jewelry worth?
A handful of stolen jewelry worth 200 to 300 gold. Okay, so everyone's had their weird meal, and Xantum says, "I've been talking to our companion, and he thinks he knows where the portal is." And Ushigan is kind of like he's actually around at this point. He was being quiet, but he's up against a nearby tree, just kind of keeping himself to himself.
I'm watching him the entire time.
Yeah, so you're just glued, full on bug-eyed, looking at it. He's just playing it cool.
And then glancing at Kieran every...
I put the fear of dragon into Flynn.
He says, "Yeah, there's there is a portal. Pretty old though. It's been there for no, I found it about a decade ago, and it's always been deactivated. But from my understanding of magical runes, it does seem to be a portal. So I think that's probably the best place to start. It's only a few days away.
I mean, I don't think that we have a better direction, so we'll follow your lead.
Okay. Well, try to keep up. And he sets off. And again, to kind of fast forward, I'm just going to fill you in on the key details. He is always kind of ahead of you guys. He keeps his own company to a degree. Sometimes he will walk with Xantum. Xantum and him will walk together.
Is it a couple of days we're doing, or
Hmm?
just, are we
Yeah,
camping
this
out?
is like a 2.5 day journey.
Okay, on one of the days I want to speak to Ishigin.
Oh, you want to speak to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So hang on, I'll work that in. I'll work that
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Okay.
I want to put him
Um,
aside maybe one
yeah,
night.
yeah.
And
I would possibly also try to speak with him. I'm like very curious what happened during the dragon hunt.
Okay. So he him and Xantum are spending like a decent amount of time together. He's the only person that Ustragan actually wants to talk to in the whole group. And you also notice that they spend a lot of time on watch together as well. Xantum does
they
not sleep.
call it puppy love.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys maybe. I mean, I'd imagine that's where Flynn's mind would go. But like, I
He
mean,
doesn't have
shit,
time to think of that.
they do spend a lot of time at night talking. So, anyway, I'm gonna say the second night, Flynn goes over. I feel like maybe Asmodean should go first because Flynn, there's a possibility of making him real mad. I'm gonna say on the first night, Flynn goes over.
You mean Syra?
Syra, right?
No,
Sorry.
Flynn, because I
Oh.
want to.
No, I know, but you said Asmodean, but Asmodean.
Oh, I might.
I
yeah,
might
my
want
bad.
to talk to him as well, but I don't. I first want to know his age, I guess. How old he is, but yeah.
Okay. So Flynn, you go.
I
you
pull
go
him to one side and ask him to have a chat.
Okay. He just kind of looks at you like, "Yep, go on."
I want to come clean, and I pull everything apart from the diamond out and
Okay.
give it to him.
He takes it with with an open hand, and
And I apologize profusely. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
that's fine. Make a deception check to see if you can hide the fact that you are still holding. I don't know if you can beat that. Let me just check. I don't know what his insight is. Just give me a second. His insight is only yeah, his insight is only +3, so he can't beat that.
And I wanna talk to him a little bit and say stuff like, "I'm not a fighter. I'm just a musician and part-time thief, basically. But don't say that." And I tell him I'm sorry about his family,
Okay.
and I say to him, "I'm not here for the killing. That's not my thing. I'm here for the money."
God, make a persuasion check to see how he swallows that.
Dignified.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, okay.
Can
Well,
we
you
meet?
managed to word it in a way that's maybe quite not so insensitive.
I'm not. No. Well, I mean,
not
I'm
gonna
being.
be your
I'm being
body,
genuine.
I get what you're putting
I'm
down.
being
but, like,
genuine
his
about
whole point.
his family and his life.
Yeah,
but
no, but
then-
his whole point was like about the mercenaries for hire, So the money thing is just like
That's like insult to injury.
kind of. It's kind of you've hit the wrong note, even though you're rolling well. You've kind of hit the wrong note. At the very least, he's not openly hostile to you, but his opinion of you is not particularly high.
Okay, that's fine.
You still have that diamond.
Can I add it permanently?
I mean, add it if you want, but all that's going through your mind, Flynn, is the fact that that diamond used to live on a real fucking obvious pedestal in his bedroom.
But he's not in his bedroom.
Yeah, but that's what's going through your mind. That's all it is. It's like, okay, I have to. By the time he gets back into his house, I have to be very, very far away.
Yeah.
That's like your thought process. Okay, on the second night.
And then I come clean to Quirin as well.
Oh, saying that you.
Saying what I did.
Okay.
What, that you have the diamond?
No!
No.
No, that's stupid.
It doesn't matter because I know that you still have shit.
No,
Yeah, but he's telling you.
I'm
Okay, that's
telling
another deception, Jack. Contested
Plus
by
13.
Yeah, contested by insight. Because Kieran is definitely going to raise an eyebrow and be like, "Okay."
I still don't believe him.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
you don't have to. You don't have to. But what that is that means that you can't tell he's lying. But you don't have to
Right.
believe his words. Yeah, that's not what deception means.
Right.
Yeah.
Again,
Okay.
like the dragon said, he has something still. I believe the fucking dragon. Like,
You do believe that he handed over like what he had left to a degree. I don't know. It's just you're not 100% sure if he's still holding on to something.
I've
You
still
think-
got
does-
my golden.
and the thing is like it doesn't matter to me at this point. Like he knows what he has. I've told him what
Yeah.
he needs to know. If he chooses to still act beyond that, then he gets to accept the consequences.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. Syra, you kind of go over. You kind of go over as him and Xantum are eating and just talking one night. Just kind of sit with them.
No, we
Hey.
can just toilet.
Xantum greets you quite warmly. Xantum's he's just eating. Ushigan's just eating.
Yeah. How are you guys holding up?
Well, Xantum's. I'm doing fine. It's a bit awkward around here though. If I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Just kind of want to get on with my job. I typically kind of roll solo on these kind of jobs, but yeah.
It's nice to have
Anyway.
you though. Someone that's a bit more sensible than many others in my group.
Yeah. Your group is definitely lacking in the sensible department for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty shivers.
Far away, Dusty sneezes. Okay, so Ushigan kind of looks over and is like, I think of all of the people in the party, you have endeared yourself the most to him, you and Kieran, for sure.
I wonder why.
Well, because Cyrus says he's going to quit the guild, and Kieran's like just straight up questioning the bullshit of the Adventurers Guild, basically.
Yeah.
Just like in front of him out loud. He's like he doesn't like give you a super warm greet or anything. He just kind of looks up from his food and says, "What's up? I'm fine. How are you?"
I'm good. I'm good. I was a bit curious what you mentioned. I realize it might be a bit of a sensitive topic, but I want to know a bit more about the Adventurers Guild. What happened during the dragon hunt?
Honestly, the amount that I actually remember, I try to forget. I was young. I was very young. I was still a whelp, which is why why my mother was able to hide me.
I see.
When I was old enough to, I just lived in the mountains for a while, and then when I was old enough, I learned how to turn myself into a human, and I grew up with the humans because I needed the company.
Well, what do you know then? If not, what do you remember?
I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I know who killed my family. I've inquired and learnt about the
Midrealm.
people who made names for themselves during the hunt. I even considered tracking some of them down. But
We actually met him. Sir Royce, was it?
you met the Dragon Slayer?
We have, yes.
He kind of just has a moment of silence, just kind of contemplating that. He doesn't follow up.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
don't
ask him to
either.
follow up. Okay. Look, it's not some. This isn't something that I find easy to talk about. So,
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
is there anything specific you're after?
No, I was just... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
He lets out a long sigh and says, "It's okay. Just yeah, don't bring it up again, if you don't mind."
Yeah, I won't. I say, and I go back to bed.
Cool. Asmelian, do you want to pop over and have a chat with the troubled dragon?
Does Sarah relay anything to me?
I guess Syra
Yeah.
would pass that along. Yeah, sure.
Then I don't.
Okay. So, yeah, more. But at this point, that's the second night, so it's just half a day journey now until Ushigan leads you to the area, and this is an interesting area. It's all kind of back the way you came to a degree. Not entirely the exact same way, but somewhat. And this is quite a low valley. There's actually a river running here. And by the river in what is a kind of wild forest, you're approaching this down from... You're basically going down into the valley, so you can kind of see quite far ahead of you across this dense forest of like coniferous, is that the word? Lots of pine trees in that. You see further up by the river there is a ruined tower, and that is where you are being led by Ustragan. And he points it out as you're approaching, obviously, when it's in sight. And yeah, you just keep heading down. I mean, eventually, occasionally, like the whole time you've been going, occasionally you'll spot things like harpies in the distance, or maybe a small pack of wolves in the forest, but nothing that's giving you trouble. And even if it did, like, I think there's probably just this innate kind of instinct that animals have around a dragon. Even in his human form, now he's not pretending to get along with you guys anymore. Yeah, he's got an aura to him. I mean, dragons do have tangible effects on their terrain when they're there long enough. Yeah, I mean, there's not much point in me explaining much about that because none of you know about like terrain effects of dragons and stuff.
Okay.
Or where blue dragons typically call their home, but
Except
guess
cold places.
maybe- no, blue dragons typically make their homes in deserts.
Oh,
Ah.
weird.
Yeah,
They're lightning dragon.
yeah, they're lightning dragons. White dragons are the mountainous
Oh.
ones.
See, I did wonder that when you mentioned
Yeah.
the lightning ring as a clue. That didn't really make any sense to me. It does now.
Oh yeah, blue dragons are lightning dragons. Yeah. And that's also why the shockingly blue eyes is also.
Oh
Okay.
my god, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking ice drag the whole time.
No. He killed the ice dragon that was living nearby. He was basically orphaned here. This is not his natural homeland at all. So, yeah, you guys make your way down to this ruined tower, and it is really overgrown with moss and vines and stuff. But you peek your head inside, and you guys all see a very familiar portal. The portal in here is extremely similar to the one you found in the Virewood. in its shape, in as Merlin, you do remember because you have goddamn photographic memory. The runes are slightly different, but they're in the same scripts, same configuration, same shape of portal.
Can I use the spell I have, comprehend languages, to see if I understand the script?
Do you have comprehend languages? Are you
Yes,
using
I
it?
do.
Okay. It's technical. It's not. It doesn't have meaning. It's words of power, basically. It's
Okay.
magic. Yeah, it's just magic spell language.
What?
The script, you can read it, but you don't know it. If that makes sense. Comprehend language is a weird spell. It lets you understand the meaning of words. It doesn't give you much context clues as to who wrote them, what the language they're even written in is. You don't know what language it is, so yeah.
Huh, interesting.
For the
Xanthan,
understanding the literal meaning and of any spoken language, you also understand the written language that you see. Understand, that's the wording.
so you understand
Yeah.
what's written, but you don't know what the language is. And neither does Xantum or Ustragan. But moreover, Xantum looks very puzzled. Because as Merlin remembers, he said that when you brought up the portal you found in the Fireword,
Yeah.
he said that he would be looking for a very different type of portal.
Yeah.
Xantum, and I would imagine you would mention that as Merlin, like I'd probably assume that this is
Yeah.
the wrong type of portal, the portal we're looking for. I'd say that would be your conclusion.
Yeah. I'll explain that this is kind of the same portal. I could even write down words on the other portal.
Yeah,
Please,
this is really confusing. This is okay. There's a lot to explain, but this isn't right. This is the portal. This is the portal. I can sense the demonic energy, the devilish energy just all over the place here. It reeks of it. But
yeah, this was certainly almost the exact same portal as we went through before.
this is not a portal to the Hells. This is a portal to the Old Dark.
Then that's where we must have gone earlier.
That is where you went earlier. Sorry, I didn't really fully explain just because, honestly, I didn't feel like I had to. The Old Dark is... I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know much about it, and neither did my teachers. Other than... Oh, okay. Well, first, I'm going to explain what I can, but first, I think we need to secure the other end of that portal. Portals... And he's like crinkling his brow, trying to remember. Like he's trying to recall, information at the back of the textbook that probably it's like the things that you always say in school. Like, God, when is this ever going to come in handy? He's saying portals to the Old Dark have to be anchored and remain active. Something is actively keeping that portal open. And almost certainly within close proximity on either side. No, only on the other side. So I think we need to be very careful. I would say there is a very good chance that there are devils waiting on the other side of that portal. Immediately on the other side of that portal.
Let's throw in some bait.
What could we do?
Flint.
Oh yeah, sure.
we could roll in a TNT barrel.
No, we need to go in there. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Well, if there's anyone waiting there, we'll at least have.
Yeah, but if it okay. There's a lot to explain. But if
is
that
the dragon
portal is
coming in with us?
Ushkan looks at you and says, "Yeah, I'm coming."
Okay.
Xantum is kind of he's just kind of flustered about this whole situation. This is not going to like how he expected it. He says, these portals can only be opened from the other side. If that bomb goes off on the other side of that portal and destroys whatever is anchoring this portal, we can't go in and deal with this problem.
Well, last time we went into the portal, it was pretty far away from the portal that was actually holding the portal open.
Less than a mile, though, surely.
Well, that's not
I
gonna
would think
blow
so.
it. It's not that big of an explosion.
Yes,
Right.
but either the explosion does nothing or it does something and stops us from going in.
Yeah, let's not risk it.
I can send my bird in.
Would
Think-
your connection last through interplan?
That's we can find
interplanetary?
out. We can find out.
I want to explain things.
Yeah.
Before we go in there, I need to explain what the situation is and
Yeah.
why this isn't right.
Okay.
Because that's really important, and that I need to think more than anything else. I need to think about what the plan is now. Devil should not be coming out of there.
So what's changed from what you pictured? It
Couldn't
would
they
be-
make a portal?
Okay.
Couldn't they make a portal on the other side to hell?
No. Right. Okay. I need to explain this before we do anything else. Let's just go up onto that outcropping. If any devils come through, I'll sense them. And at the very least, we're not immediately going to get attacked if they do come through. Let's just go up there. So you guys kind of make your way around, like 10 minutes up this like rocky outcropping, looking over the fallen tower, and he sits down, kind of with his fingers to his temple, and starts to explain the nature of the different realms in my homebrew world. So this is some info dump from the DM. So I'm going to reference like actual D&D quite a bit here. This is not going to be fully in character. So a lot of the concepts are the same. As Million as well, being a conjuration specialist wizard, basically everything I explain, I'm going to separate between what you know and what you don't know, okay? Because there's going to be some fucking secret knowledge coming at you guys right now. So yeah, Asmelian, as far as you're aware, there are the 4 elemental planes and the borders between those planes. There's the heavens and the hells, and then there's like the Feywild, and you have been in this dimension, this old dark, he called it, but you didn't know what it was when you first encountered it. But you do understand that there are many planes of existence beyond the famous ones.
Yeah.
Just kind of, even like pocket dimensions and stuff like that. So Xantum kind of explains that to start. Then he explains what the Old Dark is. The Old Dark is kind of a border world. It encompasses all existence, all of the planes. Like the way I was taught, it's the border. It is the border between our planes and the old planes, or the ancient planes, I can't remember. And this is all new to you as well. It's very unique in several ways. It's a dead world. Nothing can live in there. Yeah. It's so complicated, hard to explain. He's like really kind of like thinking isn't this dude's strong suit, okay? And like remembering schoolwork in class, it's clearly hurting him. But he's doing the best he can to try and get this info out. He says, so there are planes beyond the Old Dark, and there are planes within the Old Dark, and we're within it. We're on the inside of the sphere, the border. And Asmodean, that's kind of sounding a lot like the astral sea to you,
Yeah.
which you're kind of familiar with that concept, but know it as the astral sea. And you bring that up, and he says, no. The astral sea it's kind of like that, but different. I don't know. I don't really deal with the astral sea and anything beyond that. All of my studying is basically about the hells and the abyss, and how to navigate those. Okay. The old dark, it links directly to the material plane and the planes within the old dark, and all of the elemental planes, all of the abyss, all of the hells, all of the heavens exist within the sphere of the old dark. And then beyond that are the forgotten places, the old places. I wasn't taught about any of them. I don't know what is beyond the old dark.
Wait,
I know,
the heavens are within the old dark? That doesn't seem right.
This is it's I know, which is why I think it's like old and barely taught anymore, because it's kind of useless. I was told about it just because, you know, I had fairly extensive teaching on these matters, but really, like, the main point I was told is that there's nothing to it. Nothing comes from the old dark. Nothing goes into the old dark. It's just there, you know? And that's the problem. Devils shouldn't be coming from there. This portal should go to the hells where the devils live, you know? Or maybe even, I guess, the abyss would be less weird than this, you know? But we have to go in there. We have to figure this out.
I'm just kind of nodding.
I mean, I didn't even know that ice devil. I'd never seen one of those before. I'd studied these things my whole life. Yeah, he is very kind of shook, I guess would be the word. Just like trying to he's basically spent a life. He's learned how the order of these things is supposed to work. And especially when it comes to devils follow orders and hierarchies and rules. And this has just thrown almost everything he knows out the window. Like, this is like physicists looking at something that shouldn't exist.
This makes me wonder how much those druids knew.
So tell me more. I want to know everything about that.
I'll draw him the ruins that were on the other portal.
Okay. He compares them and he said, I'm really impressed that you can draw this, but I don't know these languages. As far as I learned, they're in a dead tongue, a dead script.
Well, I do explain, like, what we've learned about what happened with my eye. Like, that's also a creature we didn't know what couldn't play, so it might be past that game.
I honestly,
well, it might be.
It might be, and that's worrying, because what you're describing there is also beyond my knowledge.
Yeah.
I just hope that those two things are not linked, because honestly, I've got enough to deal with here trying to figure out what all of this means. So you kind of recap, Asmodean, like what happened in the Vireward.
Yeah.
And he says, so the anchor was Magnafian. Okay, here's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, nothing can live in the old dark. Magnafian was dead. I think the only thing that makes sense to me, and granted, I'm not an expert when it comes to celestials and celestial entities. I think Magnafian might have been a long dead avatar of some forgotten god.
Huh.
That kind of is the only thing that makes sense to me. Again,
I have a book of hymns if you're interested.
I mean, maybe. If we camp tonight, I might look through that. But, again, I'm not an academic. I'm not a scribe. I don't. This isn't trying to figure out what this stuff means. That's not what I was trained for.
Well, you can always go to your order afterwards.
Did you say the panther came through that portal as well?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
so
it's possible that it came through twice.
Yeah, it came through. Maybe it followed us into.
So
Midrealm.
So putting the logical conclusions here together, these portals cannot be opened from this side. They can only be opened from the other side. Which means that something used Magnathian's husk, whatever it was, to activate that portal and came through into the Virewood. I don't know what. Honestly, that's kind of scary to think about. But I think whatever came through, I think Ilmeth maybe followed it. On the other side of the old dark, it came from. That's the only way this puts together for me. Because as far as I know, there are realms beyond the old dark. The old dark is just a border world. It's a gateway world. It links places, and it links them physically as well. This is the other thing. This is the reality of when we go through. This is what we're gonna have to deal with. Is that the old dark connects planes in, and he's really like scrunching his face up, trying to think of the words to get this right. It connects them in physical dimensions. So, for example, I walk through this portal. I travel 10 miles, and I find a portal to, let's say 10 miles north, and I find a portal to the fire plane. Okay, if I travel 10 miles south, I find a portal to the water plane. Do you kind of understand how I mean here?
Mm-hmm.
The only way in and out of the old dark is via the portals. As far as I know, God, I don't know. I have a theory, but we're gonna have to test it when I'm in there.
Yes, let's go in there and figure things out.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that to find where these things came from, we're gonna have to follow their trail through the old dark and find their portal. Whatever hell, I guess they're coming through from a layer of hell, maybe, but that doesn't make sense. No, that can't be right. But anyway, whatever they're doing, they're coming from a portal to their realm, whatever realm that is. And they're walking through the old dark to get to this portal. If that makes sense. They're not teleporting, they're not like plane shifting.
So
They actually have to physically travel.
So for some reason they're not able to create a portal directly from the hills.
Well, no, that's the thing. What doesn't make sense is that, yeah, there are portals to the hells. I've been dealing with that. That's my life's work, is dealing with that. I don't know. I think I need to spend the night thinking about this.
Essentially, the long route, whereas a direct portal would be
That might
short.
be the answer, but the burning question is, why go through all of that trouble?
Maybe there's like some element to the old dark that they're
That might be it.
interested about. Okay, yeah.
I was always told that it was a dead place. There's little, next to nothing of value in there, other than doorways. That's all it does. Is it's a very painful way to get from one place to another. Like I say, it drains you in there. Like there's a vortex, an energy vortex in the sky that literally just drains the entire plane of energy, of life force. We will have to endure that for our travels. It will slowly wither us. If we get trapped in there, we will eventually die of exposure. And that's true for the devils as well. I guarantee that. Which is why I don't understand why they're going the long way. Going for all of this trouble to open up these ancient portals, which are really difficult to maintain. to do something that they've been able to do for millennia. There must be something in there. There must be something in the old dark. I'm sorry if that was really hard to understand. This is not my specialty.
I believe I understood it.
Perhaps it's the vortex itself.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never been in there. You guys might know better than I do.
It's okay.
You went in there for longer than a day, right? So you probably didn't feel too much of the effects.
No,
But
minutes.
yeah. Right. So it's currently midday. I think first thing we need to do is prepare ourselves for a battle. Excuse me, that's the dungeon master coughing.
His
Yeah.
head hurt so much that he started coughing.
Yeah.
Actually,
Go on.
when we were in there, I remember that was around the time when Asmoleon was mostly using his mind compass. Did we actually find cardinal directions or whatever they're called? There.
That's that is a really weird technicality between a compass's magnetic bearing and Asmoleon's perfect orientation.
Okay.
So basically what that was is Asmoleon's inner ear fluid to basically just keep the cardinal directions really Loctite.
Yeah.
More than him actually having a magnetic needle in his brain.
I can just follow my memory of places.
Just
basically
remember
that
switch.
exactly, that's what it is. It's memory more than anything else.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is why that
notice
worked.
instantly if something changes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Asmoleon will bring his sense of north, east, west, south in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he walks north through the portal, he'll be walking north on the other side, as far as he knows. You know.
Yeah.
And he can still hold that true. Whether or not compasses get weird in there, you don't know until you take one in and have a look. Yeah. So the first thing we're going to need to do is go through that portal and figure out how it's being anchored and secure that anchor. There will be, almost certainly, there'll be devils to maintain it. Yeah. We're probably in for a fight. Almost certainly. The question is how many devils. We'll have to scout. That bird might come in very much use. So, yeah, prepare yourselves, guys. Because next week we're going on another fight for some demons.
Oh boy.
Bum, bum, bum.
Tonight I will actually change my creature that I summoned.
Well, I don't think you guys are having a full night's sleep. You know, I think this is more like you guys are talking through the plan a little bit. Kind of, some of the puzzles are being explained at the best that this guy
Wait, we
can.
don't have a full rest?
You don't.
Well, we already traveled, so we already had a full rest, I guess.
Yeah, you've had several full rests, and it's about midday again. So Xanthem's just ready to go through and kick ass on the other side.
Say?
Yeah.
Just so I try and someone new find
But you do. I think that's 10 minutes, is it, or an hour?
an hour.
An hour. Xanthem's not going to be super thrilled.
We
about
wanted
the
to talk
hour.
through a plan and stuff. He was even saying he wanted to think about it at night.
Yeah, but that's like the long-term goal of crossing the old dark, not the let's kill these devils holding the portal open. Anyway, that's what we'll call this week's session.
So no hour or an hour?
We're 10 minutes off the end.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just if I have the time.
Oh, right. I'd say discuss that next week, maybe. I think that depends on what the group wants to do.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm wrapping up the recording if there's nothing else.
Nah, that's. I mean, I think that's a good place to leave it. The
Yeah.
next place this goes is going through that portal and seeing what's on the other side.
All right. Yeah.
And Xanton thinks it's going to be a fight. So
So probably then. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
It's been the first time in a while that we've had a session where we didn't fight anything.
yeah,
Wait,
I
we did-
definitely.
Well, you say that.
Well, I mean,
You fought Dusty.
I never hit him though. Like, I think the only thing I actually hit him with was the ice breath.
Yeah, so semi-combat.
Yeah, I didn't actually ever hit him with my sword, which is probably a good thing because he would have been blinded.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of my dragon?
It's pretty cool.
He's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I kind of had started to figure this out last week, so I wasn't as surprised when it happened.
No, like when you said about the house, I was kind of like, okay, so he's definitely a person. I'd imagine someone we met, but I still wasn't sure. But then, yeah, and then as soon as Kieran started talking about it, I realised.
I don't know. I found it a bit. I don't know.
Did I not lay enough breadcrumbs?
Oh no, I think I somewhat knew as well. It's just more like I think the group accepted it too fast. That's my biggest pet peeve. Like, yeah, dragon telling truth right away. Yeah, everyone believes it. No,
But
that
I
was kind of.
mean,
Call that out in game. Holy shit!
I did. I said,
thing is, though, like-
it's a dragon. He can lie. Yeah.
he can lie, but there's no report of people being slaughtered by dragons in the area.
Well, he's
you know,
good at
like,
hiding his stuff. Like it was too. I think
That's
people
not.
were too accepting.
That's an in-world problem, not a game problem. You know,
Hmm?
that shit your character should be dealing with, not the 6 of us players.
Well, no, that's I guess my pet peeve in this.
But
sense.
that's something that Asmodean can sit on. Like, what are you doing trusting a dragon? You know? Like, that sounds to me like an Asmodean problem, not a Mythics problem.
No. So that's my vision of what I had here. Asmodean's just going with the flow. He just doesn't care. That's what Asmodean does. He just
I'm
goes with
upset.
what most
Shit
people
back.
are doing. He's neutral. If most of the people are saying they don't want to fight him, he doesn't fight them. That's what Asmodean does. If more than half of the people want to fight him, he fights.
I am sad that David missed it. If I'd known he wasn't going to make it,
Yeah.
I probably would have postponed this session.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have been up for that.
hopefully he's all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there is a possibility he just went to sleep or something. Because
Yeah.
we played on Friday, it is. I think it is kind of easy to figure
That's
out.
what happened to me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we play
Yeah.
on Friday, so what? Are we like next Friday? I won't it? And then I got home. put
Yeah.
My pizza on. I was like, I'm gonna go
Oh,
upstairs. And then I saw you on Discord.
I can,
Well-
I asked on Friday just to make sure.
We can do a Friday event as well. Fine with doing another one on Friday.
We can just replay the whole session for David. It'll go exactly how it did.
We
I mean, I
we can
don't
watch.
really think it would have gone much differently.
I feel like that's not a situation where Bogador would really have been steering the ship in a massive degree.
No.
I feel like he would have. Everything the party did, I think, is something that Bogador would have agreed with.
Apart from giving away my shit.
Oh wait,
No,
actually.
I don't think he would have argued with
What's
me.
his alignment?
Chaotic good.
Neutral.
He's one of the
Neutral
only
good,
other
alright.
good party members.
Fuck good party members.
Especially, you
I
know, like
Hey.
after we had decided not to fight the dragon or hurt the dragon, you stealing from him is kind of like
Oh, it was so
an
tempting.
extra layer of things.
Oh, it was so tempting.
It was so
Hey,
stupid.
You guys fighting in the fucking bathroom? I had to. I just had
No,
to.
I mean I think that's definitely in character for your.
Yeah, that's an
for
interesting
Flynn,
character
yeah.
decision.
It was
for
it was
sure.
perfect. It was
Mhm.
so perfect. Just it
I'm
was
glad
so
there was an
poorly
extra
thought
layer to that
through.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't feel like I really get to do a whole lot with Kieran sometimes, so
Yeah.
it definitely was kind of fun to just like, I don't know, have it out. I think a lot of things happened this session where Kieran was finally like, all right, let's stop being fucking children
Yeah,
and
enough
you
is
know
enough.
be the adventurers that we are. Like,
So yeah,
I
why
gotta
didn't we
sort
kill
these
the
kids
dragon?
out.
do what now?
So if you want to be the adventurer, why didn't you fucking?
Here's a question. I don't know how Asmodean will react if the guild, like if a guild person asks what happened. I think he would just actually tell the complete truth, and he would just tell them, okay, this guy in this village was actually a dragon, so that he actually spills all that bean. Like I think Asmodean would just say that.
I mean, Kieran's not gonna lie about it.
Yeah, like
They ask
would-
why
I would
we
totally
didn't
lie.
you know.
I think I would just tell the truth. Like, okay, this guy was a dragon. And...
Oh, but one second. I actually forgot to stop the recording. I'm stopping it now.
No worries.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.